2 seconds before 6 o'clock. Oh, wait a minute. It's that time. It's now 6 a.m. right here on Irie. I'm Tanya Pars, vessel of the Almighty, BGOD. Have a great Sunday. Yeah, man. I'll see you later. I'll see you here at Irie Day. All the people who longing to see on these things and these things. Family link up, you don't know. Running African is next. Plenty blessings.
In the name of the African ancestors who began the march of humankind in the womb of Mother Africa, we ask these ancestors to be with us, to strengthen us, and give us a vision for the future. In the name of the African ancestors who began the march of humankind in the womb of Mother Africa and marched down the Nile, laying the foundations for human civilization and culture, we ask these Africans to be with us, to strengthen us, and give us a vision for the future. In the name of these African ancestors who built their pyramids and their temples to their God concepts, to their principles, and to their moral values, who left us a legacy of architecture and monumental building unparalleled in the history of the world, we ask these ancestors who built the pyramids, who built the temples, to be with us, to strengthen us, and give us a vision for the future. We ask these African ancestors who took this African culture and extended it throughout Africa, building the stone cities of Zimbabwe, building the empires of the Sudan, Ghana, Mali, and Songhai, building the Swahili city-states along the east coast of Africa, and in Christian Africa, asking King Lalibela and giving him the courage to build the 12 churches of Lalibela from the ground down, monuments to the world. We ask these Africans who spread this culture to the Dogo and to the Akan and to the Yoruba and to the Bankongo and to the Zulu. We ask these Africans to be with us, to strengthen us, and give us a vision for the future. In the name of the Africans who opened up Africa, opened up the Nile Valley to other cultures and other peoples, and they came in and nurtured themselves on the African greatness. First coming in early with the ancient Hebrews, and they synthesized this culture and produced Judaism. Later coming in were the Christians, and they synthesized this culture and produced Christianity. Coming in were also the Greeks, who took the African culture, synthesized it, and produced Greek civilization. And then later, the Prophet Muhammad, and with the Arabs coming into the Nile Valley, they synthesized the culture and produced Islam. We ask these African ancestors, who as part of their legacy laid the foundations for Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Greek civilization, to be with us, to strengthen us, and give us a vision for the future. We ask those African ancestors pulled out of Africa, taken to the hells of North America, South America, the Caribbean, maintaining the spirit of African humanity in their hearts and in their minds, and who left us this enormous legacy of struggle. We ask those Africans who resisted enslavement in the villages of Africa, who resisted enslavement in the shores of Africa, who resisted enslavement in those forts and dungeons, who resisted enslavement in the holes of those ships, who resisted enslavement when they arrived on these shores in the New World. We ask these Africans who ran into the highlands of northeast Brazil and established for 100 years the first free republic in the Americas, the Republic of Palmares, and their last great leader, Zumbi, who speared and sacrificed. We ask these Africans who replicated the Brazilian experience and went into the highlands of Jamaica and became the maroon-free communities. We ask these Africans who went into the backwoods of the Guyanas and Suriname and created free republic of the Suramaka and the Ajuka. We ask these Africans who went into the backwoods of Georgia and the swamps of Florida and moved with the Seminole Indians and resisted oppression. We ask these Africans who left us a legacy of struggle and resistance, the likes of which no one in the world has, to be with us, to strengthen us, and give us a vision for the future. We ask these Africans who created and laid for us a foundation of struggle and resistance that was passed on generation after generation, that was passed on to Harriet Tubman, who fought her way out of enslavement and became a symbol of freedom for all of us. Similarly, Frederick Douglass and hundreds of thousands of others fought their way out of enslavement. We ask those Africans who went with Boukman, Dessalines, create the greatest revolutionary experience in the history of the world, the Haitian Revolution, leaving us a legacy, the likes of which no one else has had. We ask these Africans to be with us, to strengthen us, and give us a vision for the future.
The 27th anniversary of the birth of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. This year being the centenary of the formation of the U.N.I.A. and ACL. Very, 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 very special and a very, very good morning to you. Welcome. You are inside of the Africa Forum. It is Running African. This is August 17, 2014. My name is Kabu Ma'at Kheru. Actually coming to you live from the town center of Ochio on the grounds right here. Nicholas Evans. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Andrea.
Morning, sir. On the grounds right here, the team, our producer at the clock tower here in Ochio right now on the ground, Joy Morgan. Good morning to you, Joy. Also the entire team. Well, the entire team is somehow working out this morning, but on the ground at the clock center, Ricardo Powell, our engineer, waiting to lead this parade off. Good morning to you, Mr. Ricky. Morning, sir. Nick, it is really one of these mornings that we are seeing dawning in such a way that we are proud this morning to be children of Africa. Good morning, Ricky. You're just hearing. Good morning to you, Ricky. Nick, we're proud to call ourselves children of Africa this morning, aren't we?
Definitely so. I'm just looking at what is unfolding, on the grounds here in Ochio at the clock tower, and looking at what we have left inside the courtyard. It's a beautiful sight. It makes you feel good. It makes you almost want to wish that we have something like this every morning.
Also on the ground here, our broadcast assistant, who's also an intern, Monique. Good morning to you, Monique.
Morning, Kabu.
Saskia, a broadcast assistant on the ground. Good morning to you, Saskia.
Good morning, Kabu.
Wow, hear that. And also we've got a lot of... Good morning to you, Nia. Good morning. Good morning to you, Gia.
Good morning.
All right, so we've got a team on the ground, but as we're standing in the town center of Ochio and with us this morning, and you can actually hear some of this in the background now, and the sound you're hearing of the motor vehicles, the engines and so on, that would be the sound of one of our sponsors, the Juja buses, who are rolling in with different members of a team. And as we look across, we see the ambulance crew, Dr. Crooks.
Dr. Crooks in all his glory.
In all his glory of the team before we head off up to Coconut Grove, Ochio, standing in formation or just getting information, the Inter-School Secondary Brigade. And Nicholas, you can count, I know you can, and you can estimate. Do we have like 100 of them there?
Well, near 100, but when the Tivoli marching band, which is also on the ground, is added, we will probably reach 200. And
the U.N.I.A. children, when they're added, I'm sure that we're looking at close to 300. Right here in the town square.
When the people start to join us on the march, by the time we reach Irie, we'll probably have 1,000.
So we're coming in. I think we have, and I hope that we do have, at Coconut Grove in the courtyard of Irie FM, the team. And Kishima, are you there? Good morning. All right, Muta Baruka, good morning. Are you there?
Good morning, Kabul.
Good morning, Muta, morning Kishima.
Morning, Kishima. I've been busy from last night. I'm sorry for you, trust me. Yeah, but I thought with upon the ground, that's one. Believe you me, from last night, I observe it and realize, really, RFM go right out to really present this day here, because the place look like a mini festival that will take place inside us. So, the stage itself look like one of them stage where you have one of them big concert, and the booth them is well decorated with the Marcus Garvey colors, the black, green and red. And I mean, we see Amelia Blackwood right here with we in our white, and we see concrete asphalt is here also with the mic and I'm on ready to say something.
Asphalt.
Yeah. Concrete is up to the people there.
Good morning, Mr. Muta. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kabu. Good morning, all the people out here.
Hotep.
Yeah.
And Muta, you just mentioned Amina. Amina is going to be the MC later on in the morning, but also coming in pretty early to be part of what is unfolding here at Irie FM this morning. Kishima Muta just mentioned the what's happening in the yard in terms of a festival-like atmosphere. You have, as one of the lead organizers, and that you're Nicholas yourself, as far as what's happening in the courtyard is concerned, can give us an idea of what the yard is looking at, the courtyard is looking at, like right now?
Andrea, it's pretty festive. The vendors are here. The different items are out, so you can get craft items. You have African material. There are pictures of Marcus Garvey. You can find books, jewelry, and not to mention the food. We're talking about a wide variety. I mean, right now I'm not at the food court to give you specifics in terms of what is there, but we know we have raw food. There's a variety of ital, and you can also find various teas. We're starting as early as 6 in the morning, so we have a station so persons can actually get, some hot beverage. But you name it, it is right here. I mean, in keeping with the Marcus Garvey brand. So it's all about eating healthy and staying healthy.
And we see something really beautiful here, that the gate itself is decorated in the Marcus Garvey colors. It's so wonderful. I mean, even if the IRFM sign never did it, you couldn't pass it. Because car already start line up on the road outside. So it seems that it's going to be a wonderful day for Marcus Garvey,
It is, Mota, and we're watching the inter-schools secondary brigade in formation. We're talking about, I think it's about 100 of them, and Joy can tell me if we have the numbers right. But Nicholas, they are of all ages. They're dressed in their uniforms with tunics.
Immaculately dressed, if I may say so.
Immaculately dressed in their white shirt tunics, their khaki trousers and skirts with the burgundy, or is it maroon burgundy? Down the side.
I leave it to you.
Yes. I'm going down the side, and they're now making a formation to move out. So right now they're standing at ease. I think I know that I was a member of the cadet for about 2 months. So they're standing at ease.
They're definitely standing at ease.
Yes, and but the senior brigade members, the generals and the colonels, they are actually ensuring that everybody is okay.
Inspecting, if you will, yes, to ensure everybody is in order.
And one thing, Muta, Kishima, that we're seeing here on the ground is that this is serious business. The inter-school secondary brigade, they're taking this very, very seriously. As we see the most senior member wearing his full black regalia with blue epaulets, and he's just walking around like with what you call it, baton, and that stick is not a baton, is it?
It's not a baton. I mean, it's a symbol of power.
It's exactly. It is a symbol of power and authority. And the way he's walking, because he's got his hand behind him and he's just walking as if, good morning to you, Mr. Police Officer. Dial 119 if we have problem. Okay. So the police arriving, the ambulance leading things off, the inter-school secondary brigade now just about getting ready to stand at attention. The members of the Tivoli marching band, here we have them coming into focus now. They've been here all morning, and they are now coming into focus. Also, in a little while, the U.N.I.A. children. But things are, what's happening here, because I see the vehicles are actually lining up.
That is Dr. Crooks showing you, I mean, all his glory, about 3 or so ambulance in, from coaster bus to SUV, pickup truck to regular looking ambulance, so Dr. Crooks in all his glory, whatever the needs. The only thing we don't see is a motorbike. He might not need to carry anybody on a motorbike.
And the thing, he's hearing, he's laughing. And the thing about it is that the lights are all flashing on the ambulance.
It's something. It's something you have to look out for.
And we also see people gathering around now in the town square of Irie FM as things begin. Good morning to you, Dr. Crooks. How are you, sir?
I am good in spite of myself.
Dr. Crooks, busy. You have how many ambulances lined up here, lights flashing?
Well, we have 3 ambulances here for the walk, for the march. One big coaster, and it's because of the population of the march. Now we have a second unit and a third unit for quick response to make sure that anybody who is on that march or watching the match can be looked after should an emergency arise.
All right, and we hope we don't have the emergency, but we are well prepared just in case. A quick note again from you, Dr. Crooks, of warning for persons who are going to be joining us on the march ahead, and even for ourselves who are going to be moving out shortly.
Hydration. That means water. If you have energy drinks, that's one part of it, but water is the best way forward right now to make sure that on that march, and it's nice and cool at this time, and it looks it's going to be a blessed day. But just in case, just keep yourself hydrated. Don't drink a full bottle of water. Just sips at intervals will help you to maintain your hydration.
Thank you very much, Dr. Crooks, and the entire Medivac.
Yes, Medivac is here because, you know, it's an international event. And we have to make sure that we're up to international standards. The setup at the Irie FM is well up and ready. Because we're going to have some people who are dehydrated.
I think I'm seeing equipment that, if you need surgery, probably open heart surgery, it's available.
I wasn't going to say it, Nick, but I was going to say Dr. Crooks can show the Ministry of Health something. Have they been talking to you?
Yes, field emergency. We set up a field emergency unit that's out there. That anything that needs to be done at an ER level is right there to stabilize, then move to the hospital for continued treatment.
Thank you very much, Dr. Crooks, for the entire Medivac out in force. And of course, I know the police officers are just also here ready to lead this delegation of this parade of uniformed groups. We understand as it is right now, those persons who are uniformed at the moment are 120.
You know, Joy's a doctor. She writes for pharmacists.
Right, exactly. Ages 9 to 16. The cadets. These are the cadets who are 120. And the ages 9 to 16. And yeah, I did think so, because we saw some very, very young ones at the front, and the U.N.I.A. children just about almost ready to join the procession, and the Tivoli marching band all set up to provide the musical aspect of things. So Muta Kishima, what we're seeing here at the clock tower at the town center here in Ochio, really a serious hype, a serious buzz, and we've done this a few years now, but this morning is different.
Definitely so. We are anticipating, people are gathering, they would have heard about it, and they are gathering to ensure that they are a part of it. And I just can't wait to get the march on the way, because I know what will happen by the time we reach Pineapple and those areas where people, the more populated areas. Right now we are in the town center. We have, of course, people would be going about there.
All right, Nick, let me just interrupt. I'm crossing the road because I want to catch this, but go ahead, Nick.
Yes, people who would be in the town center, for transportation or whatever, they are the ones who are basically gathering now. But as soon as we reach the populated area, the residential area, we expect the masses to come out in all their glory to witness what is happening here as we march towards the courtyard of Irie FM.
Can I go right? Tell me what's happening here, please.
All right. What's happening now basically is that we're just getting them ready for the march off. So we have to get them the mindset ready for them to march off, basically.
Right. And remind the people who we're talking to, you're coming straight out of Kingston, and you're like the general in the army here this morning.
Well, I'm the Deputy Brigade Commander of the Kingston and St.Ann.Young Division of the National Inter-Schools Brigade.
And did you carry your baby with you this morning?
No, I didn't take her with me. Actually, she lives down here, so I'm the mother take her to me when I get there.
I have to describe this, because while the cadets are getting ready, and what do you call this? Forming a what?
No, this is basically the drill formation.
All right, so while the drill formation is going on, here we have a deputy brigade commander with his young baby. How old is the baby?
She's just 5 months old.
Goodness gracious me, this looks good. This is good. And he's just embracing her and holding her and cuddling her. This is great. So this will be her first time seeing anything like this?
Yes.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with much more.
Let's make an effort towards black self-worth. I say, hey, let us work and pray. Let us work, let us pray. U.N.I.A. Self-reliance is the way black people today. Let us work, let us pray. U.N.I.A. Self-reliance is the only way. Come make we study Garvey. Come make we study Garvey. Know your history, brother, we destiny.
Now, 24 minutes after 6 o'clock, you are inside of the Africa Forum, Running African. We are live from the town center, the clock tower, right here in Ochio.
Tivoli marching band is now warming up, Andrew. You can hear the bugles and drums in the background.
Right, and you can also hear at the same time the drill formation. Wow, this is I can't even describe it. This, we need a television camera. Can I just welcome our listeners on the internet at IrieFM.net and our listeners on the 107s. Also, just want to say to those persons who are coming in, take your time. You'll miss a lot if you're far, but we're going through until 9 o'clock. And there's parking. Yes, Muta.
You know what that me don't say, because I will who are coming in, maybe the first time I drive on the highway there and it kind of tempting. But trust me, because that highway is temptation to the feet. So we just tell the people who are coming, just
take your time.
Yeah, man, I mean, it gives the impression that you have to go fast. So we know we love drive fast. So that highway is really, it's nice, but it is a very detrimental situation if you don't know what you're doing. You understand? And also that I sit in the middle of the place here under this tree, and believe you me, I smell some rice and peas a while ago with coconut juice there. In the early morning, I don't know who eat rice and peas in the early morning, but trust me, it smells good. Anybody who have cooked rice and peas, coconut juice over there, so I smell it from over here. Believe you me.
All right, Muta, I'd love to comment. I know you were on, but I wasn't hearing you because I'm now close to the Tivoli marching band, and they are spiffily dressed, should I just say, in their black skirts, maroon and white tops, blouses, and their white stockings and black sneakers, black Crocs actually, and with their orange and white pom-poms. And they're doing, all kinds of dances are happening here, but this is really, really, really brilliant. So what is happening is that they're creating a kind of an entertainment for the people who are gathered here in the town
taking
center.
Taking lots of pictures, we must say, Andrew. People are just taking pictures. You know the phones now have cameras.
It's a kind of a paparazzi situation that's happening because we have it on all sides where so many people are gathering, taking photographs, taking pictures of a scene that is unfolding as we celebrate Mwalimo Garvey in the town center of Ochio. The aim, and one of the reasons why we're having the parade from the clock tower, is that we're actually delivering the message. One of the messages that, every year we do this, deliver a message from Mwalimo Garvey, which comes from the writings of Mwalimo Garvey, and we're delivering that to the courtyard of Irie FM to be read this year by the Mayor Desmond Gilmore will be reading the message this morning. So you'll see him shortly, if not yet, in the courtyard of Irie FM in his national regalia, as he gets ready to read live on the stage. The message will be delivered to him, Nick, by the cadets and the Interschool Secondary Brigade. They're the ones who are physically holding the message. And can we just say once again that the message is being placed in the authentic papyrus container straight from the continent of Africa, from Egypt, actually from Kemet, and this container will contain the message wrapped in, of course, in the colors of the U.N.I.A. the black, the red, and the green. That is a papyrus container. The Interschool Secondary Brigade member, they will be marching with this, and they'll be in a guard of honor kind of a situation, be passing this message on to the mayor, who will read live on air. We'll also be streaming live on the internet. And I know, Nicholas, I can't see where you are. I'm on the other side of you, obviously, where the Tivoli marching band, the drummers, are decked out.
We must announce, Andrew, that the U.N.I.A. children have just arrived in their colors, green, gold, and black. You know, so they are now here and getting ready to join the parade. And soon the parade, you know, can be on its way towards the courtyard of Irie FM.
Okay, brilliant. I'm seeing the medical personnel walking around, and you can know they're medical personnel because they're looking that way. All right, and with a stethoscope and so on around their necks. And we were talking, Nicholas, about the drummers who have gathered, our part of the Tivoli marching band right here, decked out in their official orange and white with, I know there's a name for that headgear that they're wearing, that black headgear with the pom-pom looking stuff on top there, the mop looking stuff, looking similar to the graduation mortarboards, but not quite. And let me just quickly also, photographers are here. Good morning to you, Mr. Photographer. Let me just quickly say, thanks to our sponsors, those persons who ensured that we could carry this out this morning. To the Lexus Pharmacy, open every day, including holidays. Professor Dr. Crooks, 24 hours Medivac, air and ground ambulance, lifeline medical response.
Couple Sun Sushi, all-inclusive package, holidays to the Caribbean.
Contractor music marketing, promoting Down Sound Records at downsoundrecords.com.
Money College, your opportunity for success.
Jamaica Beverages, distributors of Fruiters, Juiced Right, and Cool Runnings, Just Cool.
Graham's Wholesale Limited, for all your groceries, household, and hardware requirements. The one-stop shop.
Adwa Nutrition for Life. Let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. And I know that in Montego Bay that there is a special brunch at Adwa Nutrition this morning. We need those information, Rasmudada. Also, our sponsor,
Island Irie. GSAT students get their glasses free at Island Irie.
And Invest Rose Prep, which is
Ives.
Invest in your children. That's what you should do. But Ives Rose Prep, our sponsors this morning, ensuring that this event is what it is shaping up to be. And now I am actually seeing the children of the U.N.I.A. being organized by our sister Jackie Roots, and they're decked out as usual in the colors of the U.N.I.A. So we have the younger ones, the very younger ones, and I'm sure that we have a 2-year-old or maybe even younger
that
than
looks
that.
like about 1.5.
That's true. And the younger ones are in red tops and dark colored bottoms, and the ones I think maybe a few years up from them, they're wearing their black tops, and then the older ones are wearing their green tops, and they're carrying with them the flag of the U.N.I.A. That's the red, the black, and
the girls, Andrea, the girls are all wearing their African hairstyle with the colors of the U.N.I.A, beads in the colors of the U.N.I.A as well.
All right, and we're just about ready to move out, I think. You let me know, Nick. I think we're just about ready to move out. In the meantime, though, maybe Muta and Kishima can give us a description. We'll interrupt you as needs be once we're ready to move out of what's happening in the yard as we celebrate Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Muta?
Yes, well, once is coming in with them wares, you know. A lot of vendors is here, especially the food vendors. I know you never hear what I say a while ago, but I smell some rice and peas in a coconut juice a while ago. I blend over the place, and concrete asphalt just come to me and I say, yeah, I smell it too, and I realize them put enough skeleton in the pot.
Yeah,
so them want some scotch bonnet pepper in there now. We are telling you, it smell up the whole place.
Yeah, it really smells good. It's really licking off the nose right now.
Yeah, but once is coming in, you know, I mean, it's all about setting up yourself and prepare yourself for the ones who is coming to take part in this glorious event here. And yes, IRFM is doing a wonderful work. Trust me. I mean, this should be...
Yes, go ahead, Muta. Go ahead.
No, I said this should be... I mean, I know it telecasting still. I don't know how far the telecast go. We say, mark the way up over my head, yeah? I'll fix up in camera and thing. I tell you, everything just looks sweet.
Muta,
Believe me, it looks sweet.
As you talk, the Tivoli marching band, they're moving off with attitude. I'm telling you, it's all silence, but it's attitude because they haven't started the drumming yet. But they seem to be taking the lead on this, Nicholas.
Yes, they are. And it appears they will be followed by the U.N.I.A children. And, of course, the combined cadets, the school cadets are at the back. So we're just waiting on them, you know, to fully pick up the formation, and we see exactly what will happen. But the Tivoli marching band will definitely lead.
All right, let me take a quick break. Let us take a quick break and come right back. And by the time we're back, then I'm quite sure that we'll be quite well. Hear the cadets coming, but let's take a quick break and come back.
Irie.
All right, we're back with you. We're back with you live from the town center here in Ochio, clock tower, where the parade, the parade of uniform groups, just about heading out. Kabuma at Kheru here along with
Nicholas Evans.
In the courtyard, it's Motoburuka, Kishima Francis, and concrete asphalt. And we're just standing by the cadets who are now moving out. I'm going to go next to the drill sergeant so we can hear some of what is happening. Go ahead, drill sergeant.
Good morning, madam. Parade commander.
All right. So you can hear left, right going on there. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing?
I'm morning. I'm fine, Andrea.
Explain to us what's happening here now.
And they're preparing for marching off for the band. So the band started a beat. So they're marking time to get the rhythm of the music that the band will be playing for them.
All right. So this is Mr. Ray Hamilton, and you're the senior one in command this morning, sir?
I'm in charge of St.Ann. Mr. Steele and I have the same rank, but he's from the Kingston St.Ann Division. But I am in charge of St.Ann Division, yes.
All right, so this is serious business this morning, and I can see the look on the faces of all of you, actually, that this is not no joke business. It's a serious business.
It is. As a matter of fact, some of the little ones come out just for this march today, and so some of them even wake up before they normally wake up because they are excited about going on the Marcus Garvey Road March this morning.
All right, and we're very happy to have them. Look at that little one. How old is that little one there? That's this one little one right here.
I think he's, 7 years old, 9 years old? He's 9, so he's from Kingston.
Goodness gracious, but he's the most serious of them all. What, you see him holding on him?
He doesn't shy from anything. He behaves like he's an adult.
Yeah, I can see that. Watch it now. Okay, him gone. No. All right, this is something else.
I think he's the center of attraction in the march. The smallest one, but definitely the center of attraction.
It's about 100 of them, as we welcome march up with my sister. Here is Pamela Tishaka.
And the U.N.I.A children are also getting in the action.
Here we have the U.N.I.A children, yes, who are just coming, joining the procession, and we come back to the wine.
You know, some of the children, Andrea, don't look so children-y. Look at that lady. I mean, she don't look so children.
The ages, so we'll get from Sister Jackie Wood, and they're led off with Sister Jackie, which is joining she's been leading this aspect of it. Sister Jackie, good morning.
Blessed good morning, Mama.
Welcome again.
Give thanks.
In the name of Mwalimo Garvey. How many people we have here?
Only 50.
Not only, this is a whole lot.
Only 50 babies. We have adults too.
I know. What are the ages?
From 2 up to 20.
All right.
Adults are all over 20, but my children are 2 to 20.
All right. We're seeing them. And right behind them, of course, leading off, being part of the procession, persons who have been gathered here this morning who are now joining the procession. Now, I'm actually still at the entrance of James Avenue to tell you the length of the procession, and the beginning of the procession seems to be close to where
the market.
No, man, past the market. Way past the market.
Supermarket up there.
Yes.
The newest supermarket.
Don't give any name of anything that don't sponsor.
No.
All right, as we the parade is now heading up, so we have the ambulance behind. As I said before, we have with us. Am I too far away from the vehicle? All right, so we have with us in Jamaica, Professor Obati Shaka. Professor Obati Shaka, of course, is an activist, a civil rights activist. He was involved, and as a matter of fact, organized the Philadelphia segment of the civil rights movement at the time when persons like Dr. Martin Luther King and others were organizing in other places across America. He was in the north in Philadelphia organizing the civil rights movement there. And he's also an author, a scholar, and a revolutionary scholar is how he calls himself and how he's been termed by many others because of the work that he has been doing and the work that he has done over the years. He is with us in Jamaica. And of course, will be joining us later on this afternoon to present the keynote address, and that will be coming up later on in the afternoon. In the meantime, his wife, Pamela Shaka, has joined us on the march. She's a little bit off from us now, but she's been here taking pictures all morning and so on, insisting that she would join us on the march this morning and go through with us until 9 o'clock this evening. But she's here. And as I said before, it's a procession. What we're seeing now, the Tivoli marching band, the cadets, and the U.N.I.A children are a little bit ahead of us. Well, way ahead of us, actually. And we are now in the area where the vehicles are, because there's also, what we have here, Nick, we have quite a few vehicles in this procession.
Definitely. Also. We have ambulance, we have buses, and people the police and the ambulance leading. The ambulance are at about 3 different legs. We have ambulance in front, we have ambulance at the side, and we have ambulance at the back. So apparently, whatever happens, if anything happens, then there's an ambulance to see what is happening at all segments of this march. We have persons who are here for the celebration, but who would have heard that we are at the clock, and they have decided to join us at the clock rather than head straight to the courtyard of Irie FM. So it's really a long and huge procession, and we're just inviting all the people of Pineapple and all of those regions to come out and just witness what is happening here in this procession. We only have this once a year.
It is also a very, very colorful procession as we stand at the back or walk from the back looking ahead of us. This is really one of the most colorful processions that we've seen so far as persons take the message of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey to the courtyard of Irie FM. You know, Muta and myself, we were talking about a program we heard earlier this week that where a minister of religion had the audacity in 2014 to talk about Haiti being punished because Haiti is involved in witchcraft. We're remembering...
Put it to ignorance, Andrew. Just call it ignorance.
No, we're not going to put it to ignorance.
No, okay, I don't ignorant to be ignorant, man. That's not ignorant, Chasta.
Muta, we are also in the anniversary week. It was also during the month of August 1791, 223 years ago, at Bois-Caman in Haiti, where Mambo Cecile Fatiman chose Bookman Doty, a voodoo priest, to lead the uprising that would eventually see Haiti becoming the first free black republic. And this happened later on January 1, 1804. But it was during this time, beginning on the 14th of August, all the way through to the 23rd of August, that they met and planned at Bois-Caman for, and where Mambo Cecile Fatiman actually chose Doty Bookman to be the priest to lead this thing off in terms of the work that Bookman did just ahead of the Haitian Revolution.
And we must remember that Bookman sailed from Jamaica to Haiti.
Portland.
Yeah, Portland. See?
Also, we must remember that after freeing Africans in Haiti, they open it to all Africans wherever you are. If you can free yourself and reach Haiti, then you would be a free person.
Yes.
Those are things we cannot overlook, really.
But getting back to the point about the priest, I don't know if it was a priest or I don't know.
A minister of religion, either way.
Yeah, who was saying that when the question was posed to him, why is it that God always come down on black people and people of color? And the moderator mentioned Haiti with the earthquake, and the man say about the witchcraft. I think it in my head say, but what is more witchcraft than going to church and drinking the blood of Jesus and eating him flesh? I mean, this is something that has been perpetuated in the church for years, that when you drink the wine is the blood of Jesus, and when you eat the bread is in flesh. And not only that, but in the Roman Catholic Church, them even go further. Them say the Eucharist, when it goes into your body, it becomes literally the flesh of Jesus. I don't know how them deal with that.
But Mota, when we check it, I don't know if there's any natural disaster that affect more people of African origin than it affects anybody else. I mean, as a matter of fact, some of the disasters that affect people of African origin are man-made. You know,
no, what the narrator was talking about is that why is it that it's not only Africa I'm talking about, I'm talking about like India too, where people is not geared towards Christianity. These countries is not totally Christian, but they have different religions. The narrator was...
Let me just interrupt you both up there to say that the procession has now gotten to the just below the Roman Catholic Church.
Almost in the vicinity of Marjam.
In the vicinity of the Marjam School.
The Marjam School, yes.
All right, and we want to talk quickly to the wife of Professor Obati Shaka. We're not able to bring you the sounds of a drum. We want to do that, so we're going to do it shortly. Let me just say good morning to you, Ms. Pamela Shaka. How are you doing?
Good morning. It's so good to be here.
It's good to have you. Have you ever experienced a kind of a uniform parade like this, celebrating Marcus Garvey? Because I know you're a Pan-Africanist. You've been around in terms of the Pan-African events and so on.
Actually, I haven't, and I'm quite impressed.
Thank you so much. And I know that our listeners are already hearing your accent. I say she come from Jamaica.
I'm not from Jamaica, but I'm a Caribbean girl.
She sure is. So welcome to you, Miss Barbados.
Thank you.
All right, good to have you in the house. Good to have a Caribbean in the house.
Yes, Andrea, I mean, the procession moving nicely, and I mean, it's a long line. We're looking at the JUTC buses.
What's happening during the RFM truck bag?
Somebody itching the ride.
You put my ride? Hold on. You put my ride?
No, me ask. Yes, my birthday, my 50th birthday today. Coming away from St. Thomas.
All right, so in the RFM van back.
Yes, Janet Rennie and the RFM van back.
All right, Ricky, you make it right, sir?
Yes, you make it right.
Our 50th birthday, this is really spectacular. All right, we'll see you when we come up.
and you know, Andrea, I don't know, today, Chad would have celebrated his 28th birthday.
Well, today is definitely the birth date of IRFM's former CEO who passed just a few months ago, actually, St.Ann.Young. And also we remember him as someone who was dedicated and committed to the celebration of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey, regardless of who was involved in terms of sponsorship level. He was committed to ensuring that this goes on. And we welcome to IRFM she's been here for a while, our new managing director, Debbie Ann Russell, who has the very same concept in ensuring that the celebrations of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey continue.
IRFM, Andrea, has been blessed with CEOs and managing directors who believe in the vision of the African people and the struggle that African people have been through and continue to go through as the years go by. So, you know, I think we're truly blessed, and, you know, I sincerely hope long after I am gone, IRFM will continue to be that way.
Most definitely. We are towards the back of the procession. I'm walking beside this lady who's just throwing from one side to the other. I'm going to do the same thing like you. Well, go on.
Good.
Wow. Good. So this is a wheeling thing going on the road here.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Marine.
Right, and you're with the U.N.I.A. children. Are you children? Are you a parent?
Yeah, I'm a
U.N.I.A. parent.
A U.N.I.A. parent.
Yeah.
Right, and who's that beside you, Maureen?
My name is Shelly-Ann.
And Shelly-Ann, you're U.N.I.A. child?
Yeah. Marisha and Maurice.
No, me say you are a U.N.I.A. child.
Yes.
I don't imagine with it, but Marisha is your child who's in the procession?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Gregory and Shauna, Tyrone.
All right.
So a niece there, Tiana.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. We are very, very happy to see the parents marching also in the parade as we deliver the message of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Who is that filming there, Nick? You invited.
Well, right. I mean, Andrea, anybody who is smart and well, we don't know, but anybody who is smart and has a nose for news wouldn't want something like this to miss them. So we don't know. It could even be the BBC. We don't know because people are filming.
All right, so we're marching right now behind the Interschool Secondary Brigade, and this is a different kind of walk. Nick, we cannot flash right here, so or wheel anything apart from our hands. We've got males and females. I don't know if they can talk when they're walking. You know, what's your name? What's your name? Yeah, you see how she just tell me fast and me almost make she buck up in her somebody. All right, so we won't stop. We want to talk to them while they're marching. But, right, so we're picking up the pace a bit right here, Nick. So anytime you hear me get out of breath. Kishima, why are you not walking, by the way?
I think Kishima is the head cook and bottle washer for some of the Kishima in the yard. So right now she's still in the straighten up mode.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, up, back, up, back, up, back, up, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Left, right, left, left, right, left.
All right. Okay, so this is what is happening here.
Yeah, no marking time. They'll stop and no marking time. And see another cameraman here to Andrew. Whoa.
All right, so we do have quite a few persons also joining us as we walk on this parade, as we march in this parade. We also have persons in wheelchairs, able-bodied and otherwise. And we're going to go closer to where the Tivoli marching band now are marking time themselves. Coming to you live from Ochio. We are way past Main Street Ochio is where we are now. We started at the clock tower.
We are approaching where the Carib shops are. That little plaza by one side of the road. So that's where we are now approaching as the Tivoli marching band continues to lead, playing the music for all to march to the rhythm. And trust me, it's really a lovely sight to see. The procession is getting longer and longer. The last time I checked, I was seeing vehicles almost backed up down back to the clock, and they're just enjoying the rhythm of what is happening here today.
All right, the IRFM team out on the road, and we want to say good morning to Shane Clark, who's in the studio. Good morning. You want to be out on these events, but somehow, because you do so well at what you do, you normally miss it, but I'm quite sure that you're getting this. We're giving you enough sounds, and if you're not getting enough, please let us know so that we can just...
It's okay, man. Yes, it's really unfair, but I'm hearing the sounds quite well.
Yo.
Hello?
Yes. As we see what is happening here on the grounds, as we say, ones and ones is coming, we just want to make an effort to tell the ones them that don't drive your car to the gate. You will not be allowed to come in. And if you come to the gate and can't come in, you might get disturbed and block up the place. Don't drive your car to the gate. You will not be allowed to come in.
And parking is also by Coconut Grove, just directly across from Irie FM, the Coconut Grove shopping mall. There is a parking lot there that is available.
Yeah, the parking is available there, and you can walk across. It's not a very far walk, you know, and because of constraint of space inside here, it is not really. It not go hold no car inside there, so believe you me, you know, we want the space for the people then.
Yes, Johnson, I'm here with a lady who she's from all the way from overseas to be with us this morning. Good morning.
Blessed morning. Give thanks and glory to God to be here. Rastafari, Sister Trouble. Yes, Sister Queenie Sharifa there from life. Representing Harlem and Red Hills, Jamaica. One aim, one God, one destiny. All people have to love it. Oh my God, you should see the marching band. Marching band, Chris. Oh man, oh God, oh God, oh God. One aim, one destiny.
Same sir. All right, Nick, we didn't describe the members of the inter-school brigades who are actually carrying the weapons. And do we call them weapons in this time, or we just call them rifles?
Well, you see, one of the things, Andrew, studying Marcus Garvey, I realize I look at pictures, of Marcus Garvey back in the days, and there were marching bands, various uniform groups, and some things, and nothing about it is offensive. It's all about the life and work of Marcus Garvey. Nurses, scouts, all kind of uniform groups were in the parade of Marcus Garvey, and hence one of the reasons why you have taken the lead to ensure that it's a representation of what Marcus Garvey parades used to look like.
And we have also a flag bearer. And as they stop for the water break, I'll just ask them a little bit about the rifles that they're carrying. Excuse me, Mr. Deputy Commander Brigade. Can you tell me about the rifles that you have there? Are they called rifles, and also about the flag that we're seeing?
All right, the rifles signifies the color party. It's just the armor of the brigade. The leader, as it would have been the security arm of the brigade. The flag represents the division, the St.Ann division. It's a standard flag. So they would have mounted the standard flag for a parade like this.
All right, thank you very much. So this looks good. So now they have stopped for a water break?
Yes, for a water break.
Right, the doctor says on the ground, Professor Cook says that we must do this, and whereas we haven't done this before, we are going by the doctor's orders, especially because time's so hot. Because normally you wouldn't, right?
No, we'll just have them going until we reach a finishing point.
Right, so Professor Cook said we must stop every once in a while, and so this is the first water stop, and even Nicholas himself is refreshing himself.
Normally I wouldn't do that either, but Professor Cook has advised us to, so I think you should heed the advice as well.
All right, you go on top, but let me just welcome our listeners on the internet, especially our listeners who are joining us from Africa, because I know later on in the morning we're going to link with them directly, but I know that we have our listeners joining us from Uganda, and from TV channel 45, and also from Uganda Radio, one of the main radio stations in Uganda. What the CEO of that station tells me is that they're also, if not right now, but in a little while or later on in the week, will be rebroadcasting some of what we're doing here to Congo, Tanzania, and other parts of Africa, which I think is really, really beautiful. And also to our listeners who are joining us from the Netherlands, Aldeth Hunker and others, thank you very much. Those who are joining us from Europe generally, from the continent of Africa, from Europe, from the UK, from the United States. We're making some of those links today because there are many, many activities that are happening today. In Florida, what's happening in Florida, Ms. Producer?
They're having the Roots organization having a Marcus Garvey day today over there, starting at 4 p.m. And
so we're going to be speaking with Jabulani,
Ras Jabulani, and Priest Dougie.
So Priest Dougie and Ras Jabulani are there in Florida. We'll be talking to them later on. Also, we're going to go live to the UK, Birmingham, to speak with Mandingo, our brother Mandingo, a good friend of yours, Muta. And also, we're going to be going later on to, as I said, Uganda, to speak with the CEO of Uganda's leading television station, covers all of Uganda, and also leading radio station. He's joining us, a Pan-Africanist extraordinaire, and he's joining us on the phone line this morning. We're also going to be linking up live with Ghana, because Ghana is and he's joining us, a Pan-Africanist extraordinaire, and he's joining us on the phone line this morning. We're also going to be linking up live with Ghana, because Ghana is also celebrating Mwalimo Garvey today, and they're doing that courtesy of most of the radio stations. We're going to be linking with Prime I, who is there at Gold FM in Ghana, one of Ghana's leading radio station, also this morning. So make the...
Yes, we are here on the grounds with concrete asphalt right beside me. So concrete asphalt, tell the people them how you feel right now, because as an IRFM man, you know, I mean, the place, look how we, you have a little lady sit down beside me, so you know, believe you, me have to talk to her, you know. Where you come from?
Winter.
Yeah. So what you come here for? Concrete asphalt or to celebrate?
To celebrate Marcus' birthday.
But come like you come from the Marcus Garvey time that you look like a Ghanaian to me.
Everything. Everything.
Alright, tell me something. Wait about Marcus Garvey.
Whole heap of thing.
No, not tell me the whole heap of thing. Tell me the one where you talk about Marcus Garvey.
Say, me no remember.
You see, and that me can't take with the beach. She go whole heap of things that she can't remember. She have amnesia right away, you know, eh? You have amnesia right away. We have a brethren here, so from Salt Spring. Come here, brethren. The Salt Spring man, and bring some youth on here, so explain to the people them what it is. What you call it? Salt Spring. Salt Spring. Let him be mic. Tell me what is the Salt Spring Pledge Foundation?
Alright, well, the Salt Spring Pledge Foundation is a foundation set up in the Salt Spring area, because it's a volatile area, so we have a lot of kids in the area who lose their parents, So what we do now is set up a program where we assist them to go back to school.
Yeah.
Yes, with fundraising, we sell toilet paper. Every month we try to sell 1,000 cases of toilet paper to assist them, to provide lunch, fare, and toiletries for the month.
Yes.
Roll-on, toothpaste, based on the age. Yes, right now we serve 52 students.
So who is behind this? Just you or you have a group or an organization?
Well, we just started out because what happened, I have a restaurant, right? So oftentimes just see the kids come by and would ask for some support. So this year, me and my brother decide that we would form a foundation to assist them.
All right. So the youth, them where you bring now, them know about Marcus Garvey and them something. They want to teach them about Garvey. They just bring them for show me say you have a whole heap of youth to work with.
No man, not just that. We carry them to the
take
function.
Part and celebration.
Yes, to take part.
But you have any teaching part of the program where you tell the children them about?
Well, since we just started
and concrete asphalt and all that.
Yeah, man, since we just started out, yes, it's going to happen because we listen to Irie every day, right? We listen to Irie FM is our radio station, which we listen in South Spring. But the homework club which we have is from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, right? 4:30 we stop, sit, and all of us eat as a group. So we'll have computer inside there for them to do their homework and every little thing. So they will hear about Marcus Garvey. We have somebody who had pledged to teach them every evening to help with the homework. So we have a teacher which will help them every evening too.
Okay, so you're actually now looking funds for put together some support.
Yes.
Concrete also has a good man to deal with the funds thing, you know. Right?
Okay.
Very funny.
And we also need help for the farm because we're starting a farm.
Oh, you have a farm too?
Yes, we
So all of them youth know them on farm? You farm? No, nobody look. Oh, you me attack you know. You go like you know what? Hey, I. I'm me attack you know. You look at the gate now. Come here. Oh, you go like you know what? Attack. So I know say no so shy like how you go on. Tell me something. You farm?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mic. Talk like how you talk to your friend them, man. Me your friend, you know. Talk like what kind of farming you go out with? Tell me. Where you plant?
Green pan.
Eh?
Green pan.
What you say?
Green pan she farm.
Oh, you go on so.
She kind of shy, Muta.
She shy. She not shy. Come here, man. Come here. Watch out. Oh, what is?
Bob.
You know, say at that me now concrete asphalt. Take back the funds. You want to talk? Come here. You don't want to talk. We don't get a chance to the whole world here enough to deal with the funds on supposed to get. I don't want to talk. What a terrible thing.
Yes, also Muta, we want to invite everybody out to Salt Spring the last Saturday in August, where we start the foundation. At 6 o'clock in the morning, we have a march from the Montegoals Crossing straight to the post office. And
where are march for?
We are marching to the end of the violence.
End of which violence? You mean in the area?
Yes. Because these kids lose their parents in the violence.
All of them youth out there also lose their parents?
52 of them we know.
52 youth in that area they alone lose their parents?
Yeah, man, remember it's volatile Salt Spring in our motor.
No, me no remember. Me no know. Me no know. You are tell me now. Wait there. You have 52 youth in your area. Salt Spring area. We don't have no parents because of gunman.
Yeah, just
police.
Motor, just from Montegoals to Flower Hill.
Yeah.
That's near. We have to stop some of them from coming in.
So where the people them name again? Councillor MP, where them say about it? You know confront them.
Motor, tell you a story. Sunday I went to one of them. Yes, I went to one of them and I said, sir, we need some support.
Who is the councillor?
It's Mr. Reed.
They know you go like you know what I call him name. I'm Mr. Reed, man. If you want to call him name Mr. Reed, I don't feel like say you're a liable station. If name Mr. Reed.
Yes.
Yeah. Am a PNP or GLP councillor?
PNP.
All right. Go on, Taro. Yeah.
So I went to one of them and I said to them, say, we have this foundation launching and we need some support. And him say, why my funds them done already, you know? So I said to them, I plan for that, but I have 100 case of toilet paper and 100 ticket. Can you push them off?
100 case of toilet paper for
No. Can you push them off for me amongst your friends and your colleagues in the parish council? But him said the parish council resolved for this summer, so The
parish council do what?
Resolve for the summer. So
then me hear Obama, Obama, they leave the other day, and I say Obama come out and talk about some problem we are going in Missouri there, you know. So who is this man I know say him can't become the leave? The people don't forget no leave, you know, Rasta.
Well, I don't know.
So you can't deal with the councillor, want to the MP.
No.
Can't do the MP neither.
No, we not see them
so
people
the whole of them title paper just left up to now.
Yes, we promote and sell. Yes.
So what else you plan to do apart from just selling title paper? Because I know title paper done quick in that them time. Yeah.
Right.
So,
yes. That's when we're planning to do a Kalalo sale.
Are you not plan Kalalo?
Yes, we're going
so them youth when they talk to me plan Kalalo the total?
Yeah, man, they're going to help us plan the Kalalo.
Who for land you not plan it?
My grandfather have some land, so, and a lady in Janzal, which we buy Kalalo from the morning. We are going there to help her and widen the Kalalo farm. So we have 2 supply for Kalalo in the weeks.
Yeah, me and Concrete as well have to donate something to the man because it's all like you do some one hour work.
Yes.
Them not start calling Jesus Christ up there yet.
No.
Because it come like you work, do the work of Jesus Christ and use small things to make whole heap of people work it out. 52 youth lose them in a one community. 52 youth.
Yes.
You have no mother or no father.
Yes, Mota.
Because of crime.
Yes, Mota.
I want the people them hear that on the radio.
Yeah, man, them know, man, it's volatile South Spring we're talking about in Montego Bay.
No, me know South Spring, I'm not able to live it up. I'm not able to live back. But it kind of, it sounds strange to me if you hear that one community of 52 youth that have no parents.
Mota, me tell you, it's a short space because we have to take off some of them. Say, no, we can't manage so much load.
Yeah. And we are calling upon the council, but maybe everybody need to maybe the council needs some toilet paper. No, but because if you go to him and ask him about take off somebody, him couldn't even buy 2 kids, some of the Rasta. I mean, him couldn't even buy 2. Mr. Reed, you can't buy 2 kids of toilet paper for the youth, them Rasta. What kind of thing that?
Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, so.
Him name Mr. Williams?
Yeah, we have Mr. Williams, the GLP, because it's 2-sided.
Who's Mr. Williams?
It's another councillor.
So you got to about the toilet paper too?
It's 2-sided in a motor. We have the
PNP councillor, the GLP councillor. Which one of them in the power part? The power. Which one of them are the power man?
GLP one.
The GLP man are the power man. What name? Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Williams, we are asking you desperately, sir. Please, can you help these youth who do have no parents in your community? For help them for project them things where them are do. This future, where name, Bridget?
Tafari McIntosh.
Tafari McIntosh is doing him best. He is using 5 fish and 12 barley load to fill 52 picnic, even though it's toilet paper I work with. But right now, me know say you must have some friend who needs some toilet paper. Please, Bridget, you have the toilet paper them, yeah?
Yeah, man, we have 6 space in the van.
You're not go with no. You're not go back with none of the toilet paper them.
Okay,
you understand? You're not go back with none of the toilet. This man need enough tile paper, concrete asphalt. Yes. He have diarrhea every minute. So he need enough tile paper. Yes. See Takura set up here, so now Takura is a man where, trust me, every minute him go there. So you know, so we're gonna just buy the tile paper. Everybody I saw, I go buy a tile paper from there.
Okay.
How much for the tile paper them?
We sell them for $100. We buy them for 60 and we sell it for 100. So
no, you have to tell how much you buy it for. I mean, government don't tell you how much them thief we come sell with things. You know, you have to tell you what you buy. It's only $40 you make off it.
Yes, no.
No, my entire sell team will put 100% on it.
No.
What you mean no? It's a cause you're doing. You cannot sell it like old shop sell it. Yeah. You buy it for $60, you sell it for $120.
Okay.
You don't agree with me?
Yeah, man, that's good over.
Yeah, man, 120. Why you say, sister? Don't you try to sell it for $120? Eh? Acha, she shake her teeth.
Mota, we just want to say Rastakura is willing to give us some support on the farm, some technical support.
Beautiful.
We are rising, put a chicken in the coop next month.
Yeah.
We ask it, so we're going to just get rid of the toilet paper, and for next month then we have put a chicken in the coop.
Yeah.
We launch and to have a chicken sale next month.
Yeah, man, well, give thanks to no brethren, and we hope say you sell all the toilet paper then. Bring some writers, so me sell some for you. and concrete asphalt I go sell some. No, me serious to know. We are looking like a joke. Me bring a box of toilet paper. Right,
a kind of concern.
Let me just interrupt you a bit. Just to give our listeners an idea of where the procession is now, the parade of uniformed groups. As we come to you, we're actually coming to you live from Main Street, Ochio. We're heading to the courtyard of Irie FM. We're delivering the message of Mwalimo Garvey. It is the occasion of Marcus Garvey's 127th birthday, anniversary of his birth date. Every year we do this at Irie FM. The nation is celebrating this morning. Right now, Nicholas, we are at Top Pineapple. That is just a few seconds away from the Carib condominiums.
Well, we are now in where those shops are. What you would say, the last like a plaza thing, like right. in the Pineapple region right now. Heading towards Irie FM. So we're marching steadily. We're getting there.
In the distance, we're still being escorted by the police, the ambulance, medevac, and also at the back, a very, very similar situation there. One of the things that we're noticing, and we were saying this earlier, that persons have begun to come out of their communities, but they have been doing that all morning, coming out of their communities, coming to join the procession or just to stand by and look and to ask questions about the reason for the parade. We had quite a few questions from young persons in particular to say, what's this? What is the significance of it? And we're very happy to have answered some of those questions, even as we do so celebrating Mwalimo Garvey.
Definitely, Andrew. I mean, it's always good to educate people and what is happening. Marcus Garvey, despite all the pleas over the years from Irie FM, from yourself, from Moot and all the Pan-Africanists on Irie FM, the authorities that be are still, somewhat shying away from educating the masses. Our late great Marcus Garvey. So we at Irie FM, we have to do what we can, or we can take it to the streets, take it to the areas, take it to the people, and that's what we're doing this morning again.
And I'm now walking towards Mr. Brown, who is one of the coaches for the Tivoli Marching Band. Good morning, Mr. Brown. How are you?
Not too bad this morning.
Right, you're not busting a sweat at all. It's just easy walk for you.
Yes, it's an easy walk. This is the thing where we double up. This is not to it, because this is not even half like Eastern Parkway where we play every year.
Yesterday I was speaking to a member, I don't know if it was you, of a Tivoli Marching Band, and you were telling me that the members of the Tivoli Marching Band are very happy every year to be part of the celebrations for Marcus Garvey.
I don't get that.
You were telling me that the members of the band are very happy to be part of a celebration for Marcus Garvey.
Yeah, we look forward to this every year, because once Mrs. Joy called on us, we're always ready, we always prepare ourselves for this every year.
All right, tell me some of what is happening here. What's your position with the band? What is your position with the band?
I'm assistant director. My director is Mr. Stalin Williams. I'm assistant director.
All right, could you tell me some of what is happening here now, what we're witnessing, what the band is actually doing?
Yeah, we're performing, we're marching on the road with some cadets to the Irie FM headquarters. So we are marching now and enjoying ourselves.
Tell me about the musical instruments that you have here in the band.
Yeah, we have a band. We have our sopranos, we have our megaphone, we have our trenchant, we have our baritone bass, we have our circle bass, we have all the variety of instruments. Our side drums, our queens, our bass drums, our cymbalists. That's how we build up our Tivoli drum corps.
All right, thank you very much. And I see just ahead of me here, Corporal Brown, Sergeant. Woo! No, this is some straight legs. No, you're police officer, sir. Good morning, how you doing?
Morning, I'm not too bad this morning.
Sergeant, right?
Sergeant Neil Anthony Brown.
Then Sergeant Brown, what kind of legs in the drop, man, sir?
And the girls from the band, they are breaking me out.
All right, so you've been doing this all the way from Ochio. Tell me how you feel about this.
I'm feeling very well. We have been doing this for the past 3 years, and it gets better every year. The Tivoli Band and the National Inter-Schools Brigade Cadets, of which I am one of the leaders.
Right. You're a police officer, and we're talking to you at a time when the police is coming under some serious and negative criticism. But you are one of the good police officers. You're a positive police officer right here with Marcus Garvey every single year. How do you do that?
Well, I am one of those persons who believe in community development and in the development of the youths. And I believe that one of the best ways to give back to society is to assist the youths to come up so that we can get to that Vision 2030.
A police, this. You hear me? It's a police. Sergeant Brown, go and drop your legs. Where call I wanna? Drop your legs again. What I want to name again? No, let me see.
I'm just going to the beat. I don't know nothing about that anything. I'm just going to the beat because I can drill.
Alright, okay. But me see I drop some serious legs. Alright, we're going to take a quick break and come back to you on the occasion of the 127th birthday of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. 14 minutes now after 7 o'clock. Coming to you live from Main Street, Ochio, and boy, business fun. It is a beautiful day because it's not very hot this morning, and quite a few persons joining the procession as we head to Coconut Grove. Good morning, sir. How are you doing? Morning.
Good morning.
Is Armand you eating?
Armand, yeah.
All right, so you're heading to Coconut Grove?
Okay, yes.
What do you think about the procession, the parade?
Well, it's all right up to the time for the beginning. Walk to be better.
Thank you very much. Walk good. So you're leading the parade, don't you? You know you're ahead.
I know I'm leading it. I was here from 5:30.
All right, so you'll go ahead. Take your time eating your almond. What's your name?
Wabuna Wataka.
All right, and I'm Kabu, my aunt. That's how we do it. Yeah, man. Greetings, my brother. How you doing?
Bless up, love, sister.
What's your name?
My name is Babatunde, the singer, you know.
All right, that's how we like it to know. What you sing, Babatunde?
Huh?
What you sing?
I sing reality and culture, righteousness.
Give me a piece of the culture.
Lego the rhythm make it zoom, zoom, reggae music a boom.
All right. Walk good. You're ahead of the parade. All right, as we... All right, say that again?
I'm from King St.Ann. St. Ann's Bay, Gully Road.
All right, okay, walk good and say good morning.
And Kabu, we're now seeing members of the community joining the marching band and, trying to outdo the dancers in the marching band. And this is really fun.
All right, let us say, Nick, we have to throw it back to the studio. We throw it back to the studio. Shane, take it away and we come right back. 16 minutes now after 7 o'clock.
Marcus Garvey words come to pass. Marcus Garvey words come to pass. Can't get no money to spend.
As you rejoin us here, Main Street, Ochio, Muta, we're heading now towards a valley.
Which valley? No valley no road this man.
Muta, we're heading down to a valley star.
No valley no road this man.
Nick, stop me laughing. What Nick there?
I'm here.
Muta, we're heading down to the valley.
It's a hole.
And while we're going through the valley, Muta, we're going to throw it, Muta. While I go through the valley.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to throw it to you.
You're afraid to say a goal? Alright, the rest of them will say it for you. A goal. You got a goal.
Yes. So we're heading down towards the valley now. Right? And we'll be there shortly. Well, obviously, it's as we said before, it's going to be one of the reason for the parade is to actually hand over the message of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey to be read in the yard. So that's one of the highlights. Once we get there, Mayor Desmond Gilmore will be reading the message, and I'm sure the mayor is already there at Irie FM. And you could have a quick chat with him, Muta, while he's there with you, because he's, I'm sure, anticipating and has an idea too of what the message will be as we take it in the.
Where am I, Andrea?
Where's the mayor, Joy? Look inside.
No, we're in the middle of the courtyard. I know. Believe you me, the crowd have got up, you know.
No, not in the courtyard. He's actually, I think, inside the building, just waiting to come out to accept the message. So while someone gets for you. All right, so while he comes, Muta, just to reiterate that we are delivering the message in the original papyrus container taken from Egypt. And it sounds like an exaggeration, but it is what it is. This papyrus container was bought at the Giza pyramids in Egypt, and every year we use this to deliver the message of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. It's wrapped with the colors of the U.N.I.A, red, black, and green. And once it's delivered on stage, as a matter of fact, before it's delivered, and it is being delivered by the cadet, delivered, there will be a kind of a guard of honor. The cadets will be doing this, and then they will remain there while the mayor, who will be taking the stage, will read from the podium the message of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. From there, we have lots of activities planned in the courtyard of Irie FM this morning. The broadcast continues all the way till 11:45 when we break for our usual newscast, and then we return to the stage with Amina Blackwood Meeks, our sister Amina Blackwood Meeks. She's here already, as you told us earlier, Muta, and she will be taking us through that segment. That will be a live broadcast. We'll also be streaming live on the internet at iriefm.net. And inclusive of that will be an entire segment that is entitled The Poetry of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And Muta, you yourself will be reading in that segment the poetry of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Also Kishima Francis, Concrete Asphalt, will be reading in that segment. And so too, Cherry Natural, our sister Cherry Natural, Hanifa Saeed, Neto Meeks. We're very, very happy to announce that from Royal African Soldiers, Neto Meeks will be taking the stage in that group to read from Marcus Mosiah Garvey this morning, the poetry of Mwalimo. So that's an entire segment. You'll also hear this morning from the U.N.I.A. children. They'll be reciting the poetry, they'll be reciting a speech, and they'll also be singing the pledge of the national of the U.N.I.A. In addition to that, our guest speaker is Professor Obati Shaka, and he, of course, already here in Jamaica, Nick, will be delivering the message. Breaking the cycle of the shackles of mental control, the overall theme. All right, we're not hearing that.
Yes. For those who have been a part of the Marcus Garvey celebration for years will know that when we present a guest speaker, it's a guest speaker that you have to really stand up and listen to, because we always bring spiritual guest speaker whose words hit you like fire. So, you know, we're just inviting all the African family and even people who are wondering what really the African family is entailed, to come out and just to be a part of this, because trust me, you can learn a lot from this Marcus Garvey celebration. It's a sober celebration, it's an educating celebration, it's something that, I mean, you can't go wrong being a part of it.
And we just want to thank our sponsors as you talk about being a part of it. Once again, Delexis Pharmacy, open every day, including holidays. Professor Dr. Crooks, 24 hours, Medivac, air and ground ambulance, lifeline, medical response.
Couple Sons package holidays to the Caribbean.
Contractor Music Marketing, promoting Down Sound Records at downsoundrecords.com.
Money College, your opportunity for success.
Jamaica Beverages, distributors of Fruiters, Juice Right, and Cool Runnings, Just Cool.
Graham's Wholesale Limited, for all your groceries, household, and hardware requirements. The one-stop shop.
Adwa Nutrition for life. Let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. Island Eyewear. GSAT students get their glasses free at Island Eyewear.
Ibis Rose Prep.
All right, and these are our sponsors for the event this morning as we make our way to Irie FM. We're just on the mound just before we enter the valley and making our way. This is the final leg of the parade as we make our way into the courtyard of Irie FM. I don't know if Muta has managed to locate the mayor as yet. Good morning, good morning. Onodo, you alright? What's your name?
Terrence, man.
Name? How old are you?
50.
Let's make an effort towards black self-worth. I say, hey, let us work and pray. Let us work, let us pray. U.N.I.A.
Just watching the procession coming out of their homes, and these are young people, 15, 6, 5. Muta?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we have His Worship the Mayor Desmond Gilmore right beside us here. And he has just showed his philanthropical side of him. I'm really pleased to that. Thank you very much, sir. Yes. Mr. Worship, this is the first time you're going to do something like this here?
No, I was here. I've been here for the past year. Ever since.
Oh, you was at the Royal?
Yes, participated.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right.
We were last year. And the year before, we were right here in the courtyard.
So what does celebration mean to you as the mayor?
Well, firstly, I must say how proud I feel to know that, as a ordinary, regular person from the community, 2 miles south of St.Ann.'s Bay, I can proudly say that I am the mayor of St.Ann.'s Bay, the birthplace of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And that is why I always try to participate in that, because I think that we have never done enough to promote Marcus Mosiah Garvey. So whatever I can do from that office, I have always tried to do so.
Anybody want to say look like Marcus Garvey?
No, not really, but them tell me look.
No, you look like Marcus Garvey. Not part of the red tie where you have. You look like Marcus Garvey.
Well, if you notice, the red, it's just the colors of the U.N.I.A.
You try to catch it. Me know you try to catch it. You try to catch it. You buy the wrong shirt.
And the red.
You buy the wrong shirt. It will work with that. All right. So, we're going to present this proclamation, it was designed as a proclamation to Garvey. And we are told that Garvey is being taught in schools.
Yes.
What do you think about the level at which it's being taught? You think that is where it should be, or it should be enough or more?
Well, I think we should be far advanced, but they said the longest journey starts with the first step. The fact that it was not done long before now should not prevent us from doing what we ought to do. So I just want to laud those who have decided that finally we would start this, and we hope that over the years it will continue to grow and then get to where it ought to be.
In the spirit of Marcus Garvey, what would you as a mayor say now in relationship to Africa for Africans? If you have no confidence in self, emancipate yourself. As a mayor now, what would be your message in this time for the Jamaican people as it relates to the consciousness, the African perspective of the liberation? What would be your level?
Well, what I would say to Jamaicans is that, okay, we are here in Jamaica, we are promoting Jamaica, but we must never forget our roots. As Marcos said, a nation that forgets its history is like a tree without roots. So we need to remember where we are from, because it is there embedded in our culture and much of what we do, in our music, in our artists, and whatever. I just want for us to be more conscious, and more than anything else, to feel the pride that Marcus felt in being a black man. I think Marcus Garvey is probably undoubtedly the most influential black man that has ever
come out of the Western world.
Out of the Western world.
They recognize him as one of the most influential philosophers in the 20th
I understand
century.
He's in the top 50.
Yes, that's beautiful. Coming from St.Ann.
Coming from St.Ann.'s Bay. St.Ann, the #1 parish.
You have to joke that he there.
Yes.
Why are you joke story?
Because you see, he's the first.
I mean, I don't come from St.Ann,
I know, but
then, you joke her, man. Don't joke her, so man. We don't come from St.Ann.
She has always
participated. Come from,
no, but you're always at Irie, St.Ann, the #1 station.
As a personal level now, I have always been intrigued by the thing, is worship. Why is a mayor called Is Worship?
And I have been asking that question.
You take the thing and never know why you put it by your...
and that sounds bad on my part.
It means that the people must worship you.
No.
Then you say you don't know, so you know of that.
Well, from a personal perspective, I would not think so.
You would not think so?
No, I don't want to
Is worship. Or maybe you worship the people.
What we know is, I worship my people.
Yes. So that's what
I worship, I celebrate my people.
Yeah.
Right, I celebrate.
I've always wanted, maybe
I am a servant of the people, and it's not the people that are servant of
Beautiful.
I serve the people, not the people.
Beautiful. So when you cease becoming mayor, you plan to run in the politics, or you can't do that?
No, for you to become a mayor outside of Portmore, you have to be involved in politics.
No.
First and foremost,
as a parliamentarian.
No, not a parliamentarian, as a councillor.
Yes.
You have to be a councillor before you can be
a mayor.
Yes. It's only in Portmore that you vote directly for a mayor. In all the other parishes, it is when you select the councillors, then amongst themselves, they choose who should be chairman of the council, and then the minister of local government confer the title of mayor for the capital town on you after that.
Well, sir, I am really feeling good that I meet you, and to consider that you just hear a message a while ago and you have supported the youth them who have lost them parents with the toilet paper here. We are trying to get rid of all this toilet paper, and I see you buy half it. So, and Amina, I'm going to buy one here now. I can throw it and give Amina. It's $100 for them. We're going to sell all of these toilet paper for these little youth who has lost their parents in gunshot and murder. It's terrible, don't it? In a
and that is why we're talking about the race pride. If we had that, then this would not be happening. It would not be happening.
Yeah, well, Mr. Worship, the Mayor, Desmond Gilmore, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
And I hope you enjoy the day. And
I certainly will.
Yeah, can carry back something to the community.
And if you'll allow me, can I just use the opportunity to announce that at 4 o'clock this afternoon, the St.Ann Parish Council will also be hosting a civic ceremony in St. Anne's, be at the library at the statue of Marcus.
Beautiful.
We have been doing that from 1976. Ever since that statue was there, every year.
I remember I was invited on there.
Yes, so we are having that this afternoon, and we also want to extend an invitation.
So you never invite me? Oh, you never invite me?
We start at 4 until.
No, you never invite me.
I am sorry, but
Muta, IRFM is invited. Muta and
no, IRFM get invited. Not about me, Muta Baruka. You never invite Muta Baruka.
Muta, I'll ensure it don't happen again.
All right, sir.
Exactly, Mr. Mayor.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I mean a Blackwood mix. Just a word here, ma'am. Thank you very much, Mayor.
He said one word. Greetings, everyone.
Just a word.
In the courtyard and getting ready for the march and listening to Irie FM. Now wake up your neighbor and tell them this is a program them can't miss.
Of course. All right, and now you owe me $100 for the toilet paper.
Right.
Can you give the youth them the $100? We now make it get
right. I'm not going to leave you and don't give you your $100.
Yes.
I might even give you $500.
Beautiful. And then I can give you some toilet paper free to some people who have diarrhea.
Yes, you know that's a wonderful idea.
Eh?
Imota, is US $100 you're taking from Amina?
Amina smile when she hear that. Because you know, say you're right.
No, but look here, you have a wonderful idea that there are some people who cannot find the $100 paper, the 100 Jamaican dollars, so that we could have buy it for them
and give them it
it to them, and in that way we are supporting many causes, and we're living up to Marcus Garvey's philosophy. We are help one another.
Of course. Well, the Mayor just buy a whole box right a while ago.
The Mayor is wonderful.
For the infirmary.
Muta, we're just.
Eh?
Muta,
yes.
we're going to be up on you any minute. We're going to be up on you any minute because we're just around the corner from Irie FM. We've come through the valley, and we're at the intersection.
Just on the horizon.
We're just on the horizon. We're now at the intersection that can take you through back on the highway or take you through Coconut Grove and into Irie FM. And we're gathered. A lot of persons are gathered here, but you know the Tivoli Gardens, the Tivoli marching band, they're very, very good, you know. They're running up that little hill there. How are you doing, Bongo Herman?
I'm good, you know. Give thanks to like you and Muta for the Marcus day. And, you know, I'm feeling good. The weather is good. I'm here very early.
So I noticed, and you're going to be performing later on, too?
Of course I am. You can't miss something like that. That's a part of my life.
Bongo Herman live. All right, and that is what's bus this now? All right, so we have a big
bus or one of the hotels.
Oh, that's one of the hotel staff buses. All right. Okay, how you doing, sir? How you doing?
Fine.
All right, you know what's on the mic. What's his name? What's the name? Well, he's gone. You. How you doing?
Yeah, bless up, boy.
Come this way because we cannot lose the signal. All right, yeah, say that again.
Yes, a joy to be here, you know. Marcus Garvey, for the promotion. It's wildlife, you know. Here with Bongo Herman and Shabelle, the whole works, and we enjoy the march. You know what I mean?
Give thanks, Shabelle. Greetings.
Greetings, Sister Andrea. Blessings. This is a great thing, you know. Marcus Garvey gave us the way, so we have to be here and represent.
Good to see you, my sister. Good to see you. All right, so enough things are going on right just now. We cannot describe it because. Catch it! Hold on, let me stop out. Hold on, let me go. Let's stop out. You can't hold on, mister. Say that again. Come on, say that again.
Catch it! Catch that!
we are almost at the end of the march.
Yes, and as close we get to the end, it's a happy we are, because it's the dancing song.
Definitely. They're showing off their thing right now, because I guess they're realizing the march is coming to an end, so they are showing all they have.
So for those who are gathered in the courtyard of Irie FM, and I implore you can just give us some way as we come
They should be hearing us by now, Andrea. Those in the courtyard should be hearing us, because we are from our vantage point seeing the signs, we're seeing the top of the stage and all of that. We're looking at the building, so any moment now we will break the corner and they will see us.
Alright, so we are delivering the message of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. As we come through into the courtyard of Irie FM, the Interschool Secondary Brigade, they will be handing the papyrus container wrapped in the colors of the U.N.I.A. Greetings. How you do?
I'm good in Assistant Job.
You want to take a piece of something now?
Alright, Bongo Shem say. And every time when I hear a calling of my people name, Congo Bongo man, I've got to be here.
Congo Bongo man, we're all here, and we're delivering the message of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. As we come through with a papyrus container wrapped in the colors of the U.N.I.A, the black, the green, and the red, we'll be delivering that. The members of the Interschool Secondary Brigade will be handing that to the mayor, who is already the mayor of St. Anne's Bay, who is already in the courtyard. Nicholas, you know that I was dancing, sir. Take it, man.
Yes, man. Right now we're looking at the courtyard of Irie FM, where the gates have been open, just anticipating our arrival. The peace officers basically blocking off the road to ensure the smooth passage. We also see the marching band. They have somewhat paused, regrouping, because of course they want to make a grand entry.
And of course, the cadets are right behind them, members of the Interschool Secondary Brigade, getting ready. One thing that is surprising to us as we come back here, Nick, is the amount of motor vehicles that are parked on the road here at the entrance of Irie FM and going all the way up. There's also parking, as we can see behind us, because we're standing right there now in the Coconut Grove parking lot.
Yes.
And you're also encouraged to park here.
The Coconut Grove Shopping Center parking lot, yes.
All right, and persons have begun to park there. So if you're coming in and you need to, and you're wondering if there's any parking, yes, there's some, because I'm standing right here. And it's interesting that so much of the parking spaces are going so early, but I'm quite sure that there'll be much more, many more spaces to park as you come into the celebrations of Mwalimo Marcus
Mosiah Garvey. The smart ones will come early, because I look at Kishima's lineup last night, and I'm saying, I don't know of any show in Jamaica that features so many artists, and we're talking about solid cultural artists, over 37 of them to perform later on stage. So I know that by the time it gets to mid-afternoon, there will be no space. I mean, you probably have to park in Ochio and walk up.
No, don't say that, Nick. There will be space. But we just also...
No, not for people inside the court, but I mean parking space. You probably have to park in Ochio and walk up.
We want to say that, and you heard Nick talking about that grand stage show this afternoon. What's happening here is that this celebration of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey is in 3 segments this year, as usual actually. So the first segment includes a parade of uniformed groups from the Ochio Town Centre, the Clock Tower, to Coconut Grove to deliver the message. Now the live outside broadcast of the Africa Forum going all the way until 11:45, and then the second segment takes place at around 12 o'clock when we hit the stage. Nothing ends anyway, we just say that, but we hit the stage at 12. Amina Blackwood Meeks will take the microphones over from there. We'll do the libation. And the libation this year by Mama Tendai, and also we'll have the blowing of their bang by Gama Gloria, and then we'll have the recitation of the Mwata Msemi by Dr. Rahu Imatep Kimet Ba, and go through into the guest speaker and so on. And the third segment, of course, will include that grand stage show of cultural artists performing way into the night. It is a celebration of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and there are quite a few people here as we enter or try to enter.
And those in the courtyard should now be seeing us as we try to cross the highway to get inside the courtyards of Irie FM.
So we are just ahead of the procession, the parade, and believe me, they have joined us. They have joined us. Oh yes, they have joined us, certainly, as we come into the courtyard of Irie FM. And man, we're liking what we're seeing. As per I shout, hey, Papa, greetings. All right, so a lot happening here as we enter the courtyard of Irie FM. And to describe what's happening here, we'll probably throw it over now. What are you seeing, Muta? What are you seeing, Kishima? Tell me what you're seeing as we enter. Good morning, Mr. Matthews. Good morning.
The flag. Oh, wait, I knew that the part of the truck there. No?
No, man, we're up on foot.
Okay.
We're up on foot.
Yeah, well, as you can hear, it has finally reached here, and we see the people that have gathered under the tent is almost full, you know. We need a bigger tent. Or maybe a bigger yard.
It's a right yard, all intimate stuff, you know, together we're intimate stuff, we're close by each other as we celebrate Marcus Garvey.
Alright, so entering the courtyard of Irie FM, the Tivoli Marching Band, they have come in first, and right behind them, the Interschool Secondary Brigade have now joined us in the courtyard of Irie FM. Good morning, sir. I'm not seeing Muta, but I know he's around somewhere. And so here we have the procession coming in now. Let me just go and get from
Muta's behind you.
Oh, Muta is
under the tent.
Alright. Okay, let's get this.
Right, left, 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 right.
Andrew, this is really looking royal. Look at the stage. Mia is awaiting his greetings. Just look at him at the podium.
Return!
Alright, so we have a kind of a guard of honor being formed as the cadets get ready to deliver the message from Mwalimo Garvey to the Mayor Desmond Gilmore, who's standing in his full regalia, by the way, to describe what he's wearing, which is his formal national gear, which is red and black with the
and I wonder if they have more than one, or that one is for the occasion, because how coincidental it is that, the color really blends in with what
the U.N.I.A, yes.
It's just a St.Ann, because Marcus Garvey is from St.Ann.
I think the mayor is also wearing a crown, but it looks like a crown, but I'm quite sure it has a name. And Mayor Gilmore at the podium, getting ready now to read the speech of Mwalimo Marcus Garvey. Just the marching band, the Tivoli marching band, still doing time. The U.N.I.A children coming in with Sister Jackie Roots. Come this way, Sister Jackie Roots, so we can say hello to the folks. Well, I know they're very tired. But very young children who have just come in, and we're going to ensure that they are refreshed right now.
It's really nice to see that 2-year-old Andrea marching from downtown to here is really a beautiful. Just to tell you that how dedicated the U.N.I.A children are to this march.
All right. Okay, quite an interesting scenario unfolding here as the cadets now prepare themselves. There's a guard of honor being formed. And we are going to be speaking with one of the members, one of the drill sergeants, who will give us an idea of what's happening here. Okay, we actually see what's happening. The lead members of the cadet, those who were carrying the rifles and the flag.
And they did mention that they were the guards.
They are now heading to the stage where the mayor is already standing by, and now they will hand to him the papyrus wrapped in the colors of the U.N.I.A, the red, the black, and the green. The mayor, of course, being saluted, and now the message for Mwalimo Marcus Garvey being handed to him with a salute by the female member of the group. There you go. Hand it to the mayor, who will now open. Another salute. In regal way, Nick. And the mayor will now open the container and just screwing off the top, and will retrieve the message from Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Ladies and gentlemen, His Worship the Mayor, Desmond Gilmore. As we get some sound to the mayor's microphone, coming to you live from the courtyard of Irie FM. It's the occasion of the 127th anniversary birth date of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. His Worship the Mayor.
Message from the Right Excellent Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. For man to know himself is for him to feel that for him there is no human master. For him, nature is his servant, and whatsoever he wills in nature, that shall be his reward. If he wills to be a pygmy, a serf, or a slave, that shall he be. If he wills to be a real man in possession of the things common to man, then he shall be his own sovereign. When man fails to grasp his authority, he sinks to the level of the lower animals. And whatsoever the real man bids him do, even as if it were of the lower animals, that shall he do. If he says go, he goes. If he says come, he comes. By this command, he performs the functions of life, even as by a similar command, the mule, the horse, the cow perform the will of their masters. For the last 400 years, the black man has been in the position of being commanded, even as the lower animals are controlled. Our race has been without a will, without a purpose of its own, for all this length of time. Because of that, we have developed few men who are able to understand the strenuousness of the age in which we live. Where can we find in this race of ours real men? Men of character, men of purpose, men of confidence, men of faith, men who really know themselves. I have come across so many weaklings who profess to be leaders, and in the test I have found them but the slaves of a nobler class. They perform the will of their masters without question. To me, a man has no master but God. Man in his authority is a sovereign Lord. As for the individual man, so of the individual race. This feeling makes man so courageous, so bold, as to make it impossible for his brother to intrude upon his rights. So few of us can understand what it takes to make a man. The man who will never say die. The man who will never give up. The man who will never depend upon others to do for him what he ought to do for himself. The man who will not blame God, who will not blame nature, who will not blame fate for his condition, but the man who will go out and make conditions to suit himself. Oh, how disgusting life becomes when on every hand you hear people who bear your image, who bear your resemblance, telling you that they cannot make it, that fate is against them, that they cannot get a chance. If 400,000 Africans can only get to know themselves, to know that in them is a sovereign power, is an authority that is absolute, then in the next 24 hours, we would have a new race. We would have a nation, an empire, resurrected not from the will of others to see us rise, but from our own determination to rise irrespective of what the world thinks. Message from the Right Excellent Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
That was the mayor of St.Ann.'s Bay, His Worship Desmond Gilmore, with a message from Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. As we come to you live from the courtyard of Irie FM, I know that the cadets will once again be doing their thing, so we go back to stage where they are collecting again the message, the container from the mayor. And a salute again, Nick. All right, we do know that we have a delay on the system, so it's a little bit confusing, so let me walk away from here. But we're coming to you live from the courtyard of Irie FM. 127 years since the birth of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. 100 years since the formation of the U.N.I.A. We take a quick break. We're broadcasting live. Also live on the internet. Remember now, you can watch us live on the internet at IrieFM.net. Welcome. A quick break and we'll be right back. Just had from the mayor the message from Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. We're now all together, the co-hosts in this segment of the program, -1, but you'll hear from him later. So that is concrete asphalt. So I'm Karbuma at Kheru. All right. All right, so Mutabuka is on stage.
Yes, all right. Could start introduction again.
I am Karbuma at Kheru.
I am Mutabaruka.
I am Kishima Francis.
And I'm Nicholas Evans.
All right, and as our engineers ensure that we are mic'd out, because now we are mic'd out, we're going to be going into the other segments of the program in between the music here inside of the Africa Forum. And once again, as we said earlier, Kishima, this program is divided, this entire day's activity is divided into 3 segments. And of course, you have been overseeing to a very large extent the third segment. Tell us about the third segment.
The third segment will see live performances from our entertainers who will be paying tribute to Marcus Garvey. We have quite a number of entertainers on the list, Andrea, because when it comes on to Marcus Garvey, everybody wants to contribute. Everybody wants to be a part of the celebration. So we tried our very best to facilitate as many persons as possible. So you'll find where quite a number of entertainers will just do one song in tribute to Marcus Garvey. And we have the likes of Bushman, who will be performing later on. We also have Chesedek. There is Nature. We have Brother Desmond. There is Keznamdi, Kelissa, and Berry. We have Kaini. A long list of entertainers, so it should be a spectacular performance and a good spiritual vibration.
Just want to say thanks to all those persons who have gathered here, those persons who continue to come in, and specifically Mutabuka, those young people, all of them who marched in that parade this morning. This was something else, believe me. 1.5 years old to, well, you know, but I mean,
1.5 years old to probably as old as 60. As a matter of fact, we even have persons in wheelchairs. So to tell you, I mean, we represent all ages, all levels of ability. You know, it was really spectacular.
Well, you know that Marcus Garvey, U.N.I.A. movement supported marches like these in Harlem. Marcus Garvey used to march from 125th Street, go right through Harlem. And this is part of his understanding, where he wants to show black people in an organized way. And one of the ways that you organize people is almost what we call militarily. And the drumming and the music and the march shows a kind of uniformity and unification of the people, and that Marcus Garvey used to promote a lot in Harlem during the times when he was there as the U.N.I.A leader.
And it was quite something to behold this morning as young people get into that mood, get into that vibe, understanding that they're doing this because of who they are, because of their own lineage, because of where they're descended from as African people. So we're very, very happy to have had those young people, the cadets, many cadets this morning, to the U.N.I.A children, and to the marching band, the Tivoli marching band, and also to those adults who conducted, who guided, who led the parade this morning. Thank you very much. It was quite something to behold. And we're seeing a whole different vibe in the yard here, because this is something else in the courtyard of Irie. I heard you saying earlier, Muta, that this is a festival kind of atmosphere. And Kishiba, you've been at this all day. Well,
only Muta can describe what I've been going through.
Because I didn't tell you that from last night. As a matter of fact, I just that festival in San Francisco a while ago. Trust me, this stage is much better than the one that we perform in San Francisco.
There you go.
This is a wonderful stage for such a small place.
It is, as Professor Cooks tells us, at international standards. Let me just quickly again, Nicholas, welcome our listeners on the internet, because we are broadcasting live on the internet. You can watch us live.
Wherever you are in the world, you can tune in and hear what is happening here in Jamaica, in the courtyards of Irie FM. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, our first national hero. As a matter of fact, a man who will be a world hero as far as the African people is concerned. You know, so we are celebrating Marcus Garvey, and I know that people all over the world, even more people across some places in the world than in Jamaica, realize who the man Marcus Garvey was and what he has done for us as African people.
So once again, it's at IrieFM.net. Log on to IrieFM.net and you can watch the proceedings as it unfolds in the yard here at Irie FM. I want to thank our sponsors. Delexis Pharmacy, open every day, including holidays.
Professor Dr. Crooks, 24 hours Medivac, air and ground ambulance, lifeline, medical response.
Couple Sun Susie, all-inclusive package holidays to the Caribbean.
Severe tear of my rotator cuff. I was
Money,
recommended
college,
by one of my surgeons to JFK Medical Center.
Jamaica Beverages Distributors of Fruiters, Juice Right, and Cool Runnings, Just Cool.
Graham's Wholesale Limited for all your groceries, household and hardware requirements. The one-stop shop.
Let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food.
Island Eyewear GSAT students get their eyeglasses free at Island Eyewear. You serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Make I read that again. Island Eyewear GSAT students get their eyeglasses free at Island Eyewear. I'm going to take GSAT next year.
Yes, and Ivest Rose Prep. Thank you very much.
I guess if Muta taking GSAT next year, I'll probably take it in 2017.
You're taking GSAT, Muta?
Yeah. Just forget the IE. It's the I thing I work with it.
All right. So in this segment of the program, what we want to do is to read the preamble, which you've been hearing. This is something we do every year from Marcus Garvey, the preamble. But we also know that this is something that you yourself have been playing, Muta, as you told us on air.
Yeah, well, over the years, it's called the Black Bill of Rights. And what it is that a group of African people under the leadership of Marcus Garvey come together and declare Marcus Garvey the provisional president of Africa, the continent of Africa. And they made and stipulate certain laws and regulations that would guide them. And this is what you will hear being read right now. The guidance to this Bill of Rights, Black Bill of Rights.
Be it known to all men that whereas all men are created equal and entitled to the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and because of this, we, the duly elected representatives of the African peoples of the world, invoking the aid of the just and almighty God, do declare all men, women, and children of our blood throughout the world free citizens, and do claim them as free citizens of Africa, the motherland of all Africans.
That we believe in the supreme authority of our race in all things racial, that all things are created and given to man as a common possession, that there should be an equitable distribution and apportionment of all things, in consideration of the fact that as a race we are now deprived of those things that are morally and legally ours. We believe it right that all such things should be acquired and held by whosoever and whatsoever means possible.
That we believe the African, like any other race, should be governed by the ethics of civilization and therefore should not be deprived of any of those rights or privileges common to other human beings.
We declare that Africans, wheresoever they form a community among themselves, should be given the right to elect their own representatives to represent them in legislatures, courts of laws, or such institution as they may exercise control over their particular community.
We assert that the African is entitled to even-handed justice before all courts of law and equity in whatever country he may be found. And when this is denied him on account of his race or color, such denial is an insult to the race as a whole and should be resented by the entire body of Africans.
We believe that any law or practice that tends to deprive any African of his land or the privileges of free citizenship within his country is unjust and immoral, and no native should respect any such law or practice.
We declare taxation without representation unjust and tyrannous, and there should be no obligation on the part of the African to obey the levy of a tax by a lawmaking body from which he is excluded and denied representation on account of his race, class, and color.
We believe that any law especially directed against the African to his detriment and single him out because of his race or color is unfair and immoral and should not be respected.
We believe all men entitled to common human respect and that our race should in no way tolerate any insults that may be interpreted to mean disrespect to our color. We believe that the African should adopt every means to protect himself against barbarous practices inflicted upon him because of color.
We believe in the freedom of Africa for the African people of the world, and by the principle of Europe for the Europeans and Asia for the Asiatics. We also demand Africa for Africans at home and abroad.
We believe in the inherent right of the African to possess himself of Africa, and that his possession of same shall not be regarded as an infringement on any claim or purchase made by any race or nation.
We strongly condemn the cupidity of those nations of the world who by open aggression or secret schemes have seized the territories and inexhaustibly natural wealth of Africa, and we place on record our most solemn determination to reclaim the treasures and possessions of the vast continent of our forefathers.
We believe all men should live in peace, one with the other. But when races and nations provoke the ire of other races and nations by attempting to infringe upon their rights, war becomes inevitable, and the attempt in any way to free oneself or protect one's rights or heritage becomes justifiable.
We protest against the system of education in any country where Africans are denied the same privileges and advantages as other races.
We believe in the doctrine of the freedom of the press, and we therefore empathetically protest against the suppression of African newspapers and the periodicals in various parts of the world, and call upon Africans everywhere to employ all available means to prevent such suppression.
We further demand free speech universally for all men.
We hereby protest against the publication of scandalous and inflammatory articles by an alien press tending to create racial strife, and the exhibition of picture films showing the African as cannibal.
We believe in the self-determination of all people.
We declare for the freedom of religious worship.
We, with the help of the Almighty God, we declare ourselves the protectors of the honor and virtue of our women and children, and pledge our lives for their protection and defense everywhere and under all circumstances from wrongs and outrages.
We demand the right of unlimited and unprejudiced education for ourselves and our posterity forever.
We declare that the teaching in any school by alien teachers to our boys and girls that the alien race is superior to the African race is an insult to the African peoples of the world.
Where Africans form a part of the citizenry of any country and pass the civil service examination of such country, we declare them entitled to the same consideration as other citizens as to appointments in such civil service.
We declare it unjust for any country, state, or nation to enact laws tending to hinder and obstruct the free immigration of Africans on account of their race and color.
That the right of the African to travel unmolested throughout the world be not abridged by any person or persons, and all Africans are called upon to give aid to a fellow African when thus molested.
We demand complete control of our social institutions without interference by any alien race or races.
That the colors red, black, and green be the colors of the African race.
Be it resolved that the anthem Ethiopia, thou land of our fathers, etc., shall be the anthem of the African race.
We believe that any limited liberty which deprives one of the complete rights and prerogatives of full citizenship is but a modified form of slavery.
We deplore and protest against the practice of confining juvenile prisoners in prisons with adults, and we recommend that such youthful prisoners be taught gainful trades under humane supervision.
We demand of all men to do unto us as we would do unto them in the name of justice, and we cheerfully accord to all men all the rights we claim herein for ourselves.
We declare that no African shall engage himself in battle for an alien race without obtaining the consent of the leader of the African people of the world, except in the matter of the national self-defense.
We demand that instructions given African children in schools include the subject of African history to their benefit.
We demand that our duly accredited representatives be given proper recognition in all leagues, conferences, conventions, or court of international arbitration wherever human rights are discussed.
We proclaim the 31st day of August of each year to be an international holiday to be observed by all Africans.
We want all men to know we shall maintain and contend for the freedom and equality of every man, woman, and child of our race with our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
These rights we believe to be justly ours and proper for the protection of the African race at large. And because of this belief, we, on behalf of the millions of Africans of the world, do pledge herein the sacred blood of the race in defense.
And we hereby subscribe our names as a guarantee of the truthfulness and faithfulness hereof in your presence on this day.
The words of the Right Excellent Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
And it's ironical that if you listen carefully, you will realize that a lot of what Marcus Garvey is saying in the 1920s is topical in terms of the justice that people is bawling out for right now, considering what took place in Montego Bay. A lot of these things, Marcus Garvey was recognizing that it is very important that we recognize these laws from 1920.
You can go further afield as well, Muta. What is happening over there in the United States right now, where people are burning and protesting over another killing of a black youth?
And also the subject of education. And even today, from 1920, before 1920 and beyond, we're still calling for, and this is an indictment on us in terms of whether or not we think we have the power to demand that we are still calling for African history to be taught to our children in schools. And if we make that declaration today, right here, what do we do when we leave here today? Because it's one thing to declare, but it's one thing to demand the right which is being denied us.
And when we talk about African history, we're not talking about slavery. Because slavery is not African history. And most of the time when we hear about African, we hear that Africans was brought here as slaves. Africans existed thousands of years before any coming of any European or Arabs into Africa. We must study African history as it was before the Europeans came into Europe and before the Arabs came into Africa. African history is more than just slavery. Slavery is the breaking up of our history.
And as our sister Amina Blackwood Meeks, who is in the audience, tells us that slavery was an interruption. And it certainly was. I do hope that she has that banner, Amina, that you took back from me that I borrowed, that you reclaimed, which showed the extent to which slavery interrupted. I mean, it was an awful, dreadful period, but of course, an interruption and should not define us.
Yes.
You know?
I'm just trying to find, I have a question here that I really want to ask, and I asked Andrea. I asked all of the world already, and I never get the answer. If the African people here who don't want to call themselves African is West Indians, and we're born here so, and we are Jamaican and also West Indian, the Chinese person who born here and never got to China yet, is he a West Indian?
You're asking the wrong person, because I'm asking the same question. But I can add to the conversation.
Yes.
Because I think what our problem as black people, as African people generally, is that we have not differentiated between race and nationality.
Yes.
And West Indian is really the Caribbean or the so-called West Indies, West Indian nationality. But we do not make that differentiation. We are Jamaican, or we are Barbadian, or we're Trinidadian. But the Chinese makes that distinction. Their race is Chinese and their nationality is Jamaican, and they'll tell you that because if they whether they're born here and naturalized, or they get citizenship through marriage, or however they get it. The Indians do the same thing, regardless of what. So they have made that distinction between race and nationality. But we, as the masses of the African people, have not made that distinction. And I think for many Africans in Jamaica are ashamed and afraid to make the distinction between their race and their nationality.
And I have never heard a Chinese giving a speech and talking about we, the West Indians people. Never hear that yet. No. They don't relate to themselves as West Indians.
Unless it is politically correct and includes money.
Yes. We is the only one who's confused with race and nationality. And Jamaican people have to realize that there is no problem in saying you're a Jamaican. The problem lies is when you stop at Jamaican. Because nobody else stop at Jamaican. We have to distinguish. How do you know that a man is a Chinese who never got to China yet and live in Jamaica? What differentiates him from you as a Jamaican? That this man has never been to China. Him born here so, him mother born here so, and him father born here so. But you insist on calling him a Chinese, and him also call himself a Chinese. But when you hear yourself being an African, you say, no, me I'm not African, me a Jamaican.
And so that many Africans in Jamaica have disregarded race. But part of the reason why we have come to disregard race has to do with lies in the education system, which really has its roots in Christianity and the religious system, which teaches you that it doesn't matter what color you are, as long as you're black. It don't matter what color you are. So Jesus can be white, the angels can be white, all the little cherubs can be white, and you're not to care about that because it doesn't matter. So there's no black representation. Race is also not important. So even as we gather here today to talk about race first, in the vein of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey and many others, we have to, I think it's critical reflection that is needed from our own selves to ask, have we identified our race? You know, when somebody asks you who you are, do you talk about your white side?
Yeah, well, most people can't talk about them family come from Scotland. And I asked somebody the other day, I hear them talking about, oh, my grandmother was from Ireland and Scotland. I said, where your grandfather was from? St. Thomas. You know, it's like
possibly
wow.
Congo. considering it's St. Thomas, possibly Congo. You know, so but that has to do, I think, Muta. It's very complex, you know, because even among the nationalists and those who identify, and I'm finding this more and more, those who identify as strongly black, and I'm saying black deliberately, do not necessarily make that distinction to say that my race is African. And even as we celebrate Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey, there are people who are still referring to us as Negroes.
And in
so
part
we haven't
of the
even moved on from Negroes.
In the part of the declaration, I must mention that part. After Marcus Garvey, there was a man named Carlos Cook. Which a lot of people don't know about Carlos Cook, but he declared that the word Negro should be written off the language of the African people and refer to themselves as Africans rather than Negro. And Carlos Cook was a member of the U.N.I.A. after Marcus Garvey. He was the one that came up with the phrase "buy black" in that time, you know, and we still insist to use derogative terms to identify ourselves, not identifying ourselves with land. Land is the basis of power. If you don't have any land, you don't have any power.
And to identify yourself as African is to identify that you own land. It's to connect yourself to the land.
Chinese is China. China is a land space. It's a place. Indian land space. We is West Indian, even though we never go to India yet. We don't have no connection with India really, apart from cricket.
All right, so Muta is black music going to play today. All right, you're inside.
You go attack. You go attack. See the instigator just come by the stage. You go attack. All I want to say, give thanks to the people them who is here already. You know, the sun going to get hotter, you know, believe you me. That's why we have a big tent over there. So the tent will draw you closer to each other. That is wonderful.
One thing we're noticing is that, you know, people are coming in steadily. There's a steady stream of persons coming into the courtyard of Irie FM, and as much as you say, you know, it's a beautiful day.
Yes.
You know, that's why we have a big tent right over there, you know, because we know that it was going to get hot. And for those who can manage it, you know, Egypt is very hot.
Yes, 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
You know, and we have some lovely food over there from morning. I smell rice and peas and a coconut milk, you know. You see, after me done talking,
and you've been talking about that all morning.
No, but you know, after you done that, you know, me smell fried corn, you know. I mean, like
roast corn.
No, what you call it? What them call festival?
Oh, festival.
They call it festival when you eat it with fish. We don't call it festival when you eat it with fish. We call it,
okay.
Corn. I just corn we call it. Corn. When you eat it with cabbage and all them something.
All right, listen up. We have to do this, of course, coming up shortly. Top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4. Cash pot, early bird draws. Up next.
While driving through Jamaica, there's only one radio station I listen to. Irie FM. Irie FM. Irie FM. I
hear my mouth. Yeah, man. Blessed. I'm going to say people on the vision perish. Marcus God's word to cherish. You see me? He was born in Paris at the same time. Yeah, you know. Red, black and green. children, them can't deny.
The U.N.I.A, long before the CIA. Know that the serpent is fighting at his tail. Black star away, sail away, oh my deceitful fate. We pray this in the blessed earth, Africa away. Yes, it's a joy to be following his footsteps. Leads us to be black and intelligent. Rasta landmark, a Babylon skip break. Marcus live in the Ayana. Marcus sleep up in the Ayana. Marcus rise in the Ayana. No longer children shall deny. Marcus in the Ayana. Marcus sleep up in the Ayana. Marcus live in the Ayana. He was the party, sound and prison. Oh yes, it was the heart attack struggle for the black skin. Come, remove all the ignorance and look to the end. It is the start of coming of the black king.
And he's covering all the people with his philosophies and opinions. And all that spread from the bottom gonna feel it. So black and green in the minds of these youth. Tell me, what does that mean? We're searching for truth.
Yeah. This is not a U.I.A. Irie FM is roots rap reggae.
And the vision perish. Marcus got word to cherish. You see me? He was born in St.Ann.Young. Yeah, you know. Red, black and green in the minds of these youth. Tell me, what does that mean? We're searching for truth. You can't hide the philosophies of Marcus Garvey. No more. Can't deny the philosophies of Marcus Garvey. I tell you, no more. Oh, he's covering all the people with his prophecies and opinions. You don't need eyes to see that he's real. He's covering all the people with his philosophies and opinions. You don't need eyes to see that Marcus live. And Marcus live in the Ayana. Marcus live up in the Ayana. Marcus live in the Ayana. No longer the children shall deny. Marcus live in the Ayana. Marcus live up in the Ayana. Marcus rise in the Ayana. The Rasta children them can't deny. I remember. Yeah, man. Blessed. I will say people on the vision perish. Marcus got word to cherish. You see me?
Thank you very much, Shane. Thank you very much. As you rejoin us, we are live in the courtyard of Irie FM. I'm your host, co-host this morning, Kabuma at Kheru, along with Muta Baruka. And in the yard, in the courtyard, we do have our young journalists and senior journalists on the ground, quite ready to talk to those persons who are part of the African marketplace in the courtyard of Irie FM this morning. As we speak, Muta, we have to describe what's happening here on stage, because we are on stage and the Jackie Roots, Sister Jackie Roots, along with the young children, the U.N.I.A children, are now taking the stage. We should say also that while this is going on today, I think early on today there might have been the wreath-laying ceremony at National Heroes Park for Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Our journalist, our reporter on location is Warren Bertram. We'll talk with him later. Also in St. Anne's Bay, at the St. Anne's Bay Baptist Church, is the well, maybe not the Baptist Church, but I know that there is a service, and we'll tell you where this morning that's going on for Marcus Garvey. And also, later on this afternoon, as the mayor told you earlier, that there will be a civic function to which you are invited.
Next year.
Next year, at the parish library. That civic function will happen at around 4 o'clock in Kingston at Liberty Hall. Professor Robert Hill delivers a Marcus Garvey lecture.
Oh, Robert Hill will be there?
At Liberty Hall in Kingston this afternoon. And then later on at 3 o'clock, the Marcus Garvey Award ceremony organized by the U.N.I.A. in Jamaica will take place at Devon House. So quite a few activities happening locally on the ground here, Muta.
I know that in England, they just had a march on Downing Street, and these said ones who did that march is also celebrating today.
In England.
Yeah.
And we'll also be linking with Mandingo. Mandingo will be joining us by phone from London today, or Birmingham, I think, to talk about that march, but also to talk about what's happening there in England. Also on the ground here, we haven't heard back from Rasmudana, but I think that there is a brunch that's happening at Adwa Nutrition for Life in City Center.
Yeah,
and it begins at 11 a.m. It includes poetry and, of course, it's Shop 42 City Center, Montego Bay. And there's a surprise guest speaker there, the topic entitled Marcus Garvey. So it's Adwa Nutrition for Life's second staging of the brunch and open mic.
And I think they're having a gathering in front of Barnett Street Police Station too, for this brethren who them just
Mario Dean, and we must call the name. Amuta, you have been doing a lot of that, and I wish that I know you came here on a different mission today, but it's the same mission. You have names. You have a lot of names of those who have been gunned down
by the police.
Over time,
and also in custody.
And those are
where the minister came out and says is looking for an audit of all the different places that people are in custody under the state. You know, and this is, these people close the gate when they ask and show all the while, you know, them where they.
So we must call their names. We must call their names, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
They have names. That much for calling their names.
Yes.
Calling their names, part of demanding justice and part of receiving justice is not to let those who have died in an unjust justice system for their death to go, with impunity. We need justice for those who have been gunned down. We need, whether it's by the police or whether it's by their own black brothers and sisters here in Jamaica, we need some form of justice. I hear that there's a lot happening in terms of the conversations with the police, but everything has to be politically correct. The ganja laws are being eased immediately. Why did it take so long? And are they really being eased? What does that mean? But this political knee-jerk reaction to issues that directly affect and impact us as African people, we have to put a stop to that. And
they don't have no far eye, man. It's pure nearsighted people around the country. You know, they say in the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. There's pure one-eyed people around this country.
So this is the kingdom of the blind?
In the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king, because Jamaican people are going like them blind.
That's a serious thing. All right, the young ones are on stage, and Sister Jackie looking quite militant today. Have you noticed, Muta? Militant in her red and black, and the black boots up to the knees, Sister Jackie.
And you know, so them whole life for ganja too, you know. A daughter like this shouldn't get old for no ganja, you know.
Yeah, man, they did hold her with a spliff.
Terrible thing.
You know, Sister Jackie, but you've been doing some serious work in that regard. As a matter of fact, you opened my eyes to the laws pertaining to that. So on the battlefield as usual. So the young ones are on stage. The U.N.I.A. children are live on stage. We're hearing from our listeners on the internet, by the way, and you're tweeting us on Twitter. You're saying to us that the live stream is beautiful. Thank you very much for this. So this is going global. It is across the world. It is international. We turn it over now to the U.N.I.A. children with Sister Jackie Roots.
Greetings and good morning. Today is July 20, 1940. We are launching the U.N.I.A. 1914. We are launching the U.N.I.A. today. So we will begin with the anthem after 3. 1, 2, 3.
We must in the fight be victorious.
While driving through Jamaica, there's only one radio station I listen to. Irie FM. Irie FM. Irie FM.
This is news from Irie FM, Jamaica's non-aligned news voice.
Good morning, I'm Hal Shane Burke with the local and international headlines. Representatives of the Ministries of Health and Education are to meet next Tuesday to develop strategies to prevent any possible spread of the chikungunya virus in schools. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites says the ministry deems the virus a major threat to schools, and the meeting aims to facilitate discussions on how best to deal with this situation. He was speaking at the Ministry's Region 3 Back-to-School Conference at the Sunset Jamaica Grand Resort in Ochio in St.Ann. Reverend Thwaites says all matters, including information available at medical facilities that have dealt with chikungunya cases, will be taken into consideration during the discussion. A Health Ministry update issued yesterday indicates that the number of confirmed chikungunya virus cases in Jamaica has increased to 10. 8 of these were contracted from local transmission, with the other 2 imported cases. An illegal farm was seized by the police in Maiden Lane in Kingston on Friday, August 15. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. Reports from the Kingston Central Police are that about 11 p.m. during an operation at the premises was searched and the weapon, a .38 Taurus revolver, and 6 cartridges were found. Investigations are continuing. The Agriculture Ministry is testing Jamaica's ability to produce a new sweet potato variety intended for export. A statement from the ministry says 30,000 slips of the Bureau grade sweet potato has been planted. The sweet potato is preferred for mass cooking and baking purposes and is the main variety traded across the world. Planting was done in New Forest, Duff House, Spring Plain and Yallis Agri-Parks, as well as a farm in Charlemont. Permanent Secretary in the Agriculture Ministry, Donovan Stanbury, says the new variety was imported from the US on the request of a UK-based entity, Fresh Produce Consortium. The Irie FM courtyard is festooned with the colours of the U.N.I.A. as celebrations are in high gear in honour of the 127th anniversary of the birth of Jamaica's first national hero, Marcus Garvey. Representatives from various groups are on hand to pay respect to Garvey, considered one of the great Pan-Africanists. The message from Garvey was read by Chairman of the St. Ann Parish Council and Mayor of St. Anne's Bay, Desmond Gilmore. The celebration is open to the public. Special guest is civil rights activist, author and lecturer Dr. Obati Shaka. Amanda Blackwood Mix, the Director of Culture, the Education Ministry, will MC the second segment of today's program, which include readings of Garvey's poetry. In news overseas, Kenyan officials say the country is closing its borders to travelers from Guinea, Liberia and Sierra Leone in response to the deadly Ebola outbreak. Kenya's health secretary said Kenyans and medical workers flying in from those states would still be allowed in. Kenyan Airways says it will stop flights to Liberia and Sierra Leone when the ban comes in on Wednesday. The World Health Organization says Kenya is at high risk from Ebola because it is a major transport hub. U.S. police fired smoke bombs and tear gas at a crowd which defied an overnight curfew in Ferguson, where a black teen was shot dead by police last week. About 150 protesters refused to disperse from a midnight deadline in the St. Louis suburb. Police defended their actions as a proper response after a police car was shot at. And many travelers crossing from the capital city, the old Spanish town, and settlements on the south to the north coast now have no faith spend and have reveled in its native food and cold drinks. But it's a different faith spend you'll see should you not choose to take the newly opened North Coast Highway. Join Irie FM on Monday, August 18 for a visit to the aroma-filled shops of Faith Spend and the pine stalls along the roadway on the way to Mount Russell in our popular Monday feature up the road round the corner. That's 6 o'clock Monday evening during live at 5:45. And those are the local and international headlines. News next at 11:45 from the Irie FM newsroom. I'm Hal Shane Burke.
Thank you very much, Shane. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. News and sports with the local and international. Thank you very much, Shane. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. News and sports with the local and international headlines. Hal Shane and Wade Brown with Irie FM Sunday Sports Diary. I'm Kabuma at Kheru. We're broadcasting live from the courtyard of Irie FM. My co-host is Mutabahuka without a microphone, and in the courtyard we have in the court, yes, Muta.
Jackie Rhodes, take on my mic.
In the courtyard we have Kishima Francis, Concrete Asphalt, Roger Asphalt. We have Nicholas Evans and the Big A. Very, very busy in the courtyard of IRFM. Thank you very much, Big A, who is bringing things together nicely. Also in the studio, Shane Clark and the hard-working team, engineering team, and other teams, IT teams on the ground here at IRFM doing really a yeoman's stars, but a very, 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 very good job this morning providing the sound and the live stream. As you rejoin us, we have on stage, still standing, the U.N.I.A. children who stood through the news and the sports.
They just sang the before the news, before the sport, before the advertisement.
Yes.
They was standing there. They just sang the African national
Ethiopian anthem, yes.
That was given to us by Marcus Garvey.
And now we're gonna. Yes.
You know, it's a strange thing. You know that I don't know what is the thing behind everybody singing the first verse of the anthem in the art of function. They must sing the first verse and sit down. It's a long time I don't hear the three verses of this anthem sung by any group, and I really appreciate that.
Yes.
Hear the youth them sing the three different verses. That's
took the time
wonderful.
to know it. Well, we're going to throw it back to our sister Jackie Roots on stage, and along with the U.N.I.A. children, because I know they've got a pledge to do, and they also are going to be doing poetry and the speech of Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Put your hands together for the U.N.I.A. children. Let's hear it for them.
1, 2, 3. I commit my body,
mind and spirit to the protection, defense and security of the red, black and green. I dedicate my life to the redemption of Mother Africa and the liberation of her scattered black children. I accept for myself and my descendants the teaching of the universal African nationalism, and I promise that our children will be instilled with the purpose and knowledge of themselves as African people, in order that the cause of our struggle will neither falter nor fail, until all the people are free and united through one God, one aim, and one destiny.
Let us pray. 1, 2, 3. Mother,
Father, God of creation, through our ancestors from Africa, bless with your grace and presence to the youth of this land. Give the vision of what they can become in you, and bring them the joy and fulfillment of God's assigned. Guide their steps along safe paths that lead to you, and use us to inspire them to life of dedication and service. Ashe. Let the words of our mouths and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
and now a poem dedicated to Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the true black lover. Before we do the poem, we are going to be introducing you to the guest speaker of the moment, Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Put your hands together and welcome Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Greetings from Mother Africa. Evolution brings us changes that sometimes makes us fail to recognize ourselves even after a lapse of centuries. When the great white race of today had no civilization of its own, when white men lived in caves and were counted as savages, this race of ours boasted of a wonderful civilization on the banks of the Nile. It might sound good for some Africans to say that they were born here or there and they do not intend to go anywhere else. But let me tell you, men, the world is small, and humanity in many and various race groups is growing larger every day. A race that was 10 million 50 years ago is today 60 million. A race that was 10 million 50 years ago is today 90 million. How many will there be tomorrow? And the world is not getting any larger. What will happen through the multiplication of all these various race groups, of those who are in power, of those who are strong? What will happen to you, the weak and unprepared, when the strong grows more numerous, even though the earth remains at its present size? Geographically speaking, the earth has ever been in its natural division, as we know it and as we see it. Politically speaking, the earth has changed and is still changing. Yes, it is changing. Politically speaking, a strong black race. So Africa, at home and abroad, a strong nation. Africa, at home and abroad. I thank you.
Put your hands together for Marcus Mosiah Garvey. And now we are doing a poem in his honor. A poem called The True Black Lover.
The True Black Lover by St.Ann.Young. The prophet of African integrity. He showed the might of black unity. The U.N.I.A 6 million strong. Some African New Redemption song. In business he was very bold. He said blacks could control African gold. The African continent belongs to the black. We must, from the colonizers, take our continent back. A lot of blacks in the ghetto settlement because we lack African government. A lot of blacks praying on, dying, waiting on a false white God. We need African church, government, and state to take us out of this poverty-stricken fate. He was a man of world and many ideas. He taught us the African creed. One God, one aim, and one destiny. Black man redemption is in African unity. And now, today, we hail the man who founded the African redemption plan. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the prophet philosopher, the slave of the true black lover.
The power that holds Africa is divine. The power that holds Africa is human. And we can recognize it that whatever man has done, man can do. Confidence, conviction, action will cause us to be free men today. The race need men of vision and ability, men of character, and above all, men of honesty. And that is hard to find. A man bread and butter, he only ensure when he works for it.
Take away the highest ideal, faith and confidence in God, and mankind at large is reduced to savagery, and the race destroyed. No.
Hold fast to the faith, reserve not your ranks, but as brave soldiers, march to victory. I am happy and shall remain so, as long as you keep this flag flying.
Let Africa be our guiding star, our star of destiny.
Education is the medium by which a people are prepared for the creation of their own particular civilization and the advancement and glory of their own race.
Confidence. If you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. With confidence, you have won even before you have started.
Leadership means everything. Pain, blood, and death. The only protection against injustice in man is power, physical
that you will. Africa for the Africans, those at home and those abroad.
A people without their knowledge of their past, history and culture is like a tree without roots.
Thank you very much. As we leave, we shall overcome. Rhythm. This is Marcus Mosiah Garvey's favorite chorus. As we leave the stage, 1, 2, 3. Oh.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday.
Deep in our hearts, we do believe we shall overcome someday.
Alright, we're loving it. We're really loving it. The U.N.I.A. children. Thank you very much, Sister Jackie. Militant. Muta, that was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, when you hear those quotes from Marcus Garvey, you wonder, where was all those quotes over the years in schools? Those schools come like Bible quotes, relevant to us as a people. I don't know why is it that it was so difficult to really get these quotes in the minds of young people over the years. You know that way.
Thanking the U.N.I.A. children and Marcus Garvey. We're very pleased to meet the young Mr. Garvey because, and he studied that, Muta, he wasn't reading,
Yeah,
that speech evolution. That was memorized. Wonderful from the children of the U.N.I.A. Good work with the children there, Sister Jackie Rose. We're coming to you live from the courtyard of Irie FM. It's an all-day event as we pay tribute to Mwalimo Marcus Mosiah Garvey.